And good evening and welcome to Redbank Valley High School. Tonight it is high school football here on the EYT Media Network. It's Mike Kalinowski along with the Governor Bob Dunkel, and it is Carly Tire High School Football Game of the Week as the 2-0 Elk County Catholic Crusaders come in to take on the Redbank Valley Bulldogs. They're at 1-1. And this is the Carly Tire pregame show, part of Carly Tire High School football. Bob, a big night tonight, too, here at Redbank Valley. One of the reasons, too, we're down here not just for a great football game against Elk County Catholic, but tonight some big introductions are going to happen in the Redbank Valley Sports Hall of Fame. Yeah,
you know, I was fortunate enough, of course, one of the guys going in tomorrow, I get to help induct Darren Burford. But what they do down here, they started this a few years back. They have a contributor or coach or induction, so to speak, and then of course they've got male and female athletes. So it's a great format, and they actually honor them tonight. There'll be a dinner tomorrow and some festivities following the game taking place at the New Bethlehem Moose. So be a good atmosphere for everybody, kind of a welcome home for some of those athletes who have left the area, and others are kind of here, but finally getting some recognition, which they have so richly deserved.
And that is definitely true. It's always nice to see as these local schools honor some of the folks that have made the sports and the schools themselves so special. And I know that list of guys, too, not only in sports, but really also helped make Redbank Valley High School what it is today. So we'll have that for you. We're going to have the entire halftime show. We'll have both of the bands on. We're also going to have that ceremony. So you're going to get to enjoy the entire thing. So kick back, relax, and you have some football action, some band action, and then, of course, that ceremony. We're going to go inside the game now as we look at this from all seasons temporaries. And, Bob, we look at this contest tonight. Elk County Catholic comes in at 2-0 at Redbank Valley at 1-1. Elk with wins over Coudersport and Bucktail. For Redbank Valley, they lost 22-20 to Keystone that in Week 1. And I'll tell you what, the Panthers have just been flying high since then. They're at 2-0. But last week, Redbank came out. Big win over Otto Eldred. We had that game for you, and that game went into the Mercy Roll to put them at 1-1. So certainly Redbank Valley kind of licking their chops getting ready for this one here tonight.
Well, they are. And, you know, one thing's for sure, Michael, they realize they have to play this game first. They cannot look past this game. The schedule makers certainly are going to make sure that they take care of business here tonight. Obviously, coming back, I think it was a huge win last week for them. They rebounded. They got the offense rolling a little bit. The defense played very well. And certainly, how about that big special teams play?
Yeah.
Made the top 10 on ESPN.
It did, and they were pretty impressed by that. And we'll have to watch for that again tonight as they'll, on a punt kickoff situation, they'll bunch up, and then you don't know who has the football.
It's great. The only thing I can guarantee this, just about everybody in Western Pennsylvania had the opportunity to see that, and especially Elk County, knowing that they're going to face this Bulldog squad. The challenge is, remember, it's high school, and these guys don't have a ton of time to work on special teams during the course of the week.
And for this Elk County Catholic team coming in, they're a team that, and you saw this on the EYT network, that was exploreClarion and D9Sports.com, as they talk about that single wing offense that Elk County Catholics runs. It's an old-time offense, but sometimes gives some of these modern defenses some trouble.
It does, because they simply don't get a chance or the opportunity to see them. You see week in, week out teams that love to throw or teams that like to run traditionally. The formation is the same, so therefore the responsibilities, everybody understands the roles on defense. Here it's a different look, and that results in a bit of a struggle. Even though the fundamental part is the same, remember, high school athletes, still not quite sure their responsibilities and roles. Sometimes it takes a better part of a game. But one thing about this offense that is exciting for Elk County is it is a ball control offense. Redbank Valley loves to score quickly, but if they don't have the opportunity to touch the ball, they're not going to be able to score.
And that'll be the big story tonight. How long can Elk County hold Redbank at bay? And this is an Elk County Catholic team, too. A lot of freshmen. Led Ben Paul, the quarterback, is a freshman. Had a good week last week. Ben Reynolds scoring some big touchdowns last week as well, is also a freshman. So, you know, they do have some seniors and juniors and all dotted in there, but they're kind of led by these couple of young guys, and it's kind of unusual to see. But the roster, too, when you look down the roster, you compare the two rosters, you know, Elk, it's about half the roster of Redbanks, you know, and that also could be a factor as well because, you know, like we've seen early this season, too, with the cramping and other issues and stuff like that, you know, and we've talked about numbers for years.
We certainly have, and they're a factor, and they're going to continue to be a factor, I think, in the years to come. Certainly, I do think one of the interesting things on this, the little sub-minor plot, if you will, to this ball game, one of the assistants at Elk County is Ty Burford. Of course, his father is Brian Burford, and Brian is the first cousin of Darren Burford, one of the guys going in the Hall of Fame that will be honored tonight. And, of course, Ty, many of you will remember just a few years ago, a little bit longer than that, actually, because he's a college graduate now. But a few years ago, obviously set a lot of the Clarion receiving records. And unfortunately for Ty, his brother broke them. But that's all right.
I bet they fight. I bet they fight at home.
Just a little bit.
And by the way, down in our neck of the woods, it's cousin, not cousin.
Well, we like to keep that T off. By the way, of course, Ethan is continuing his college football career at Westminster. So, very athletic, very busy family. But it is interesting just a little bit of a subplot to this ball game. Not that we need any more, but Western Pennsylvania really is a small area.
Yep, definitely so. All right, we're going to take our first time out tonight. We're going to come back. We're going to go around District 9. We'll get the field conditions, our weather forecast, and the governor's keys to the game. That's all coming up. And tonight, we've got a good one for you here this evening from Redbank Valley High School. It is Elk County Catholic against Redbank Valley. And you're listening to the Carly Tire High School Football Game of the Week. It's right here on exploreClarion and D9Sports.com.
With so much to protect each day, Eric Schick Insurance and Financial Services is here to help you find the right coverage that fits your life. Call 814-275-2210 to learn more.
Best wishes to our local teams for a safe and successful season from your one-stop car, truck, and SUV dealer, Clarion Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Visit us on Main Street in Clarion or start online at ClarionAuto.com.
This is Corey. He made two big mistakes. His first mistake was not going to Laurel Eye Clinic to have bladeless LASIK. His second mistake was trying to pet what he thought was his cat without wearing his glasses. Don't be like Corey. Call Laurel Eye Clinic.
And back out here at Redbank Valley High School. It is the Carly Tire High School Football Game of the Week here on the EYT Media Network, Explore Clarion, and D9Sports.com. Well, as we continue here in the Carly Tire pregame show, and we go around District 9 tonight, brought to you by Riverhill Automotive. Other games going on around the conference this evening. Elk County Catholic, of course, here at Redbank Valley, the 2-0 Crusaders against the Redbank Valley Bulldogs at 1-1. Brockway's at Keystone. Brockway at 1-1. Keystone at 2-0. Rolling along are those Keystone Panthers. Other games, too. Cameron County is at Otto Eldred. Port Allegheny's at Smethport. Sheffield is at Countersport. That's a game coming up tomorrow at 7 o'clock. We're seeing a few more of those Saturday games, of course, with some of the official shortages going on. Large school games include Punxsy at Brookville. Brookville at 2-0. Punxsy at 0-1. Central Clarion visits Karn City. That's our other high school football game of the week. We're going to have Central Clarion and Karn City as well as this one. Dave Cadis, I know, is down there. Dustin Kiefer and whoever else they pulled in for that one, but that'll be down at Karn City High School. DuBois at St. Mary's, or as Bob so fondly calls them, Dubois. Bradford's at Kane. Montauk's at Ridgeway. That game's going to be over at Johnsonburg. Kerwinsville visits Myersdale, and Penns Valley is at Clearfield. So there you go. We went around the District 9, brought to you by Riverhill Automotive. And the other thing, too, you want to lock on to D9Sports.com. We'll have the games up and running with scores coming up as soon as things get rolling at 7 o'clock. So you can always be updated. I know folks are always texting us, what's the score? Well, go to the website. It's always updated. You don't have to bother us.
It's a lot easier just to hit send, right?
I guess so.
I have a number of people reaching out during the course of the game, and I feel like saying, wait a minute, just like exactly what you're saying. Plus, I'm trying to talk at the same time, keep stats.
So you have the hard job because not only are you answering all of your fan mail, you also are keeping stats. You got to broadcast all that stuff. And me, I just have to talk. So,
well, that's also the beauty. See, I have to do those additional things because I'm not near as good of an announcer as what you are.
Well, but on the other hand, if I had to do stats, we wouldn't have any.
Well, this is true.
They'd be like, how many yards did Smith have? Oh, like 14.
We've tried that in the past, and let's just say it was a short-lived experiment.
Field conditions tonight look great down here in the great Redbank Valley. The weather has been pretty conducive all week, and we were here last week as well. And it is a natural grass surface, so early in the season, right now so far, everything looks great.
Certainly does. And, of course, this field gets a ton of activity between youth football as well as, of course, junior high football. You have the varsity taking place here. You have soccer. But it's great. It's a fantastic facility, and it's nice that the entire community gets to enjoy it, of course, an all-weather track. So, Mike, if you're ever bored and want to burn a few calories, we'll walk a few laps down here together and see what we can do.
Sure.
And then you'll take me out to dinner and buy me 2 dozen wings or something like that.
Oh, dear Lord. That defeats the purpose. And Bob goes, and?
Yep, and I'm waiting.
Weather forecast is brought to you by J&J Feeds and Needs and Trailer Sales. Weather forecast for tonight, mostly clear skies. We can see some patchy fog developing. Lows by the end of the game. We'll get down there in the lower 50s, upper 40s tonight expected in the area. Yeah, it is picture perfect. The windows are open at home. I'm ready. It's going to be a great night to sleep, but more importantly, a great night for football. I mean, you live for nights like this, but 58, 60 degrees. And
no, at about, it's just the way the schedule unfolded.
Absolutely.
But also, again, this is the beauty right now, the technology that we have is that we have the capability to go multiple locations and bring the action. In the past, it almost at times came down to a coin flip, or you and Jake would thumb wrestle sometimes. I'd be the guest referee to try and sort it out.
But Jake would always throw that substance in my eyes, and then I'd be blinded, and he'd win.
But so now we have the capability. Why not do it? And, we're fortunate that we're in a position we can do that, and I think the fans certainly appreciate it. I know a number of them have reached out to me and indicate, hey, that's great. And again, we love to do these and bring these events. Of course, there's a cost to it. They have to pay your huge salary, my meager salary. But
wait a minute, you get paid?
And this equipment isn't for free. So
you get paid.
A meager salary.
Well, we'll have to talk about this anyway. So that wraps up our Rolling Out the Red Carpet. Do want to thank again Roddy Hart, all the folks here. And we'll take another time out. We'll come back. We do have the governor's keys to the game coming up. We can pause a couple minutes here, and we'll get a bunch more sponsors in. And it is Elk County Catholic here at Redbank Valley. You're in the Carly Tire pregame show, part of Carly Tire High School football. It's live on exploreClarion and D9Sports.com.
You can afford a gorgeous, custom-designed hardwood Kerle's kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kerle's, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
No matter how cold it is outside, you can keep warm and toasty inside with a built-in-the-USA super efficient furnace from Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Affordable, quiet, and reliable. You can count on your furnace from Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
You can afford a gorgeous, custom-designed hardwood Kerle's kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kerle's, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
Throughout West Central Pennsylvania, people are losing their glasses. Well, they haven't really lost them. They just don't need them anymore. Thanks to the amazing LASIK surgeons at Laurel Eye Clinic. Call Laurel Eye Clinic and schedule your free consultation.
Located in Parker, Emlenton, and Clarion, UFP Parker LLC is currently hiring for several skilled.
Enjoy fabulous fine dining in a casual, elegant atmosphere at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg. Take in the breathtaking view through the windowed walls, or dine on the patio overlooking the always-changing Allegheny River.
Throughout West Central Pennsylvania, people are losing their glasses. Well, they have.
And back here at Redbank Valley High School, it is Carly Tire High School football game of the week. Elk County Catholic is here at Redbank Valley this evening, and here in the Carly Tire pregame show, Redbank Valley comes in 1-1 on the season, and Elk County Catholic at 2-0, so the Crusaders trying to stay perfect. And we talked a little bit about the offense that this Crusaders team runs and some of the fits it gives defenses and all of those great things. And while we have a chance, why don't we talk to the governor and get an idea of the governor's keys to the game. They're sponsored by Kerle's Kitchens. Bob, in your great wisdom and all of your experience, what does either team need to do to come out with a win here tonight?
Score more points than the other one. I like
so
to pull
Bela
that
Luke
out.
used to say, I only need one more point than they do.
I like to pull that out once a year. Thought I'd go to that early. I know it caught you off guard. Well, for Elk County, of course, I think their big key is challenge this offensive line for Redbank Valley. The one issue Redbank seems to have had is they just haven't found the answer to that running game yet. The prior two games, not able to establish a strong running game. Really, last week, the stats were a little bit deceptive because late in the ball game, able to open up a couple of nice runs there by Byers, but really want to get that running game going early. But if Elk can challenge the offensive line, it really disrupts the rest of that offense. In other words, throws off the passing game. You have to run a little bit in order to make it effective. But I think if Elk can mix a bit of a challenge in there for the Redbank Valley offensive line, it can prove to be difficult for that Bulldog offense. I think one of the other keys is you want to play physical, and you have to challenge that Bulldog defense. The issue is, Redbank Valley is going to come from the ends at you. They have a lot of speed out there, but you got to play physical with them. Certainly, part of that is to catch this defense off guard. You got to look for big pass play. This formation is designed to run and eat time off the clock. But what happens if you do have success with that running game? You're going to lull this offense. They're going to start and cheat a little bit. They're going to play run first and foremost. Then you have the opportunity to connect on a big pass play. I don't think we're going to see, obviously, I think if Elk has to pass over 20 times this ball game, it is not going to be their kind of ball game. You really want to pass closer to that 5, no more than 10 times in this ball game if they want the game to unfold in the manner in which they're hoping to see. I think clock management, it's absolutely critical. Dominate time of possession. If you can keep the ball in your hands, even if you don't get points on the board, you basically are limiting Redbank Valley's opportunity to go ahead and put points up there. And I think, a couple of guys that you're going to focus on, obviously Ben Reynolds needs to continue the success that he's had already this year. He's got 4 touchdowns. Ben Paul, your quarterback, comes in. 2 games, 22 total attempts. And, again, that kind of falls in line with my number of 10 or less pass attempts. They're going to be in great shape. Now, for Redbank Valley, again, it's going to go back to that O-line. We talked about it already a little bit, but the O-line needs to control that line of scrimmage. If they can do that and win the battle, Redbank Valley certainly has a great opportunity to win the ball game. But how do you do that, Mike? Well, you got to try and establish this run. If you establish the run, it'll open that passing game up a little bit. Basically, it's just like a shot in the arm from a momentum standpoint. I think one of the keys to that is have success on first and second down. You can't be in a 3rd and 9 situation, because if you are, guess what? Defense knows they're going to come at it. They're not going to play. They're going to sell out, play pass first and foremost, and you're just going to make yourself have a much more difficult night. And finally, avoid negative plays, sacks, fumbles, negative rushing attempts. You can't have the negative plays take place. You've been able to overcome them last week, but as the season goes on, teams as a whole get better. They take advantage of those situations. They also make your life a lot more difficult. So Redbank Valley needs to accomplish those things. If they do, they should have a pretty successful night tonight.
And again, those governor's keys to the game were brought to you by Kerle's Kitchens. Well, we have a chance, too. We do want to thank all the guys here from SFBN, the broadcast network, that are filming the game tonight and sending it out live to us. Of course, we have another crew down at Karn City High School. We do want to thank Bill Lewis, Prince Brooks, and Kevin Conley, all 3 guys here tonight, and doing a fantastic job. You know what? I showed up, and I was getting ready to set stuff up, and I said to, and I believe, yes, it was Bill, I said, what do I need? And he goes, nothing. I said, I don't need anything. Nope, you're ready to go. There's your headsets, and there's this. And I looked, and I'm thinking, why aren't we doing this every week?
Well, it's amazing, looking at how they have everything laid out. You can tell it's not their first day at the rodeo. They came, they're ready to take care of business. And certainly going to make us have a top-notch broadcast. Obviously, 2 cameras tonight, too.
Yep.
So that is a new twist. And again, as we continue to grow, hopefully we can do things like this a little more frequently.
Absolutely. And we'll have the anthem coming up momentarily. We're waiting on Redbank Valley to make their way onto the football field. The band's all lined up. It's a big night here at Redbank Valley, as they will be celebrating those inductees to the Redbank Valley High School Sports Hall of Fame tonight. And we'll have that for you coming up at halftime. So we'll have an extended halftime show for you, and you'll be able to just kick back, relax, and enjoy that. And I know, Bob, you being a graduate from here and part of that group, you're certainly will enjoy that.
I will, and obviously one of the inductees, which is Larry Shoemaker. Larry's no longer with us. That's the disappointment. Of course, Coach Shoemaker was an offensive line coach of mine, and was certainly a big part of the success I had in athletics. And one of the other Hall of Fame inductees, Darren Burford. Darren was probably the best offensive lineman that certainly I've seen down here at Redbank Valley. Darren was an outstanding tackle, both in the offensive and defensive side. But those guys will be involved. And, of course, another guy, again, that I have ties with, which was also on that staff, Mike Brown. Now, Mike Brown wore about 10,000 hats in his career. And, of course, Mike did everything from an elementary gym teacher, a high school gym teacher. He was involved in athletics, many sports, in football, primarily a wide receiver and defensive back coach, and, of course, then in basketball, a long time, head boys basketball coach. Of course, then involved in the administrative end, the athletic department end at Redbank Valley. Just a super tremendous guy. And a little side note on Coach Brown as well. When I broke my neck spring of my junior year, that was at the end of April, so I had the month of May. So they had to hire a tutor. Part of the rules, that exist. And so Coach Brown came over. He was my tutor. So he was able to teach geometry. Did a pretty good job at that. I will only be an average math student at best, but he did a great job at that. And, of course, he covered everything else, the social studies and the English, all that good stuff. And Coach Brown also on this Bulldog football team, and really the basketball team certainly as well, one of the things that he did that I don't think we appreciated at the time, we knew how important it was, but he really he was a great trainer. And, back at that point in time, and, of course, everybody says, what's the big deal about that? Every school has trainers. Not at that time. And, basically the rule of thumb for a lot of schools happened to be, well, can you walk on? It must not be, bro. Go ahead. You can play. You can finish it. And you and I joke, and we talk about this all the time. Sports at that point in time, you didn't drink water.
Oh, no.
And you think back about, what we've learned over the last 30-plus years and how water is a real important thing.
Water and many other things.
As I look at this field, and so many changes have taken place since my playing days. Of course, we used to have a cinder track, and now there's an all-weather track down here. As I look across on the football field where they've got little shed housing things, that gas well was laid out a little bit different. We used to have to run that hill up and down, and doesn't look like much from here. Try doing that for like 10 minutes straight. It definitely conditions you on zero water after you've worked out all morning. That was the final thing you did before lunch. Let's just say, hey, by the time you were done, you really didn't feel like eating lunch.
No.
But you almost had to because you knew what was coming up in the afternoon, the two-a-day drills. And, of course, again, at that point in time, there was not the conditioning that you see. The acclimation period, I guess, is what they refer to it now. There were voluntary practices, but still very different than this acclimation period. So athletics has come a long way at that point in time, or from that point in time. And
also, too, Mike Brown, even though it doesn't deal with Redbank Valley, continues to show his selflessness as he was helping coach up at North Clarion. Made national news here this past winter when one of the players blew out a shoe. He just took off his shoes and gave them to him. So, and we saw it on the Pittsburgh channels, and then it made some of the other channels around. But Mike's one of those guys, and I know Mike, and just a super, super guy. So he made his presence not only known here at Redbank Valley, but certainly all over the district.
And the crazy thing about that story, so anybody that knew him was not surprised by that in the least. There was no one. Everybody, as we talked about it amongst my customers at work that didn't know him, they'd say, well, were you surprised about that? No. And so then I'd get another guy who knew him. It doesn't surprise me yet. That's just like Brownie doing whatever you can to help out. One of the other hats he wore, by the way, was as a driving instructor. So did just a ton of different things, and really was a big-time guy making big-time contributions down here at Redbank Valley.
And that's why you drive as badly as you do.
No. He won't take credit for that.
Redbank making their way on the football field, carrying the flags.
Yeah, I love what we're seeing here as they have the flags to come onto the football field right now.
So we'll be coming up with the anthem here momentarily. We'll be joining that live. The Redbank Valley Band. Redbank tonight in their black home uniform. They wore the red last week, and this week with the black with the shiny red numbers in the middle. Elk County Catholic in the white tops and their maroon bottoms. Keep forgetting, too, we're all video. I don't know why I'm explaining all this. You can see it.
Because you're old. And
I'm old time.
Hard to believe it's been 20 years.
And now, it's said here.
Redbank Valley football teams are each holding a flag to pay respect to all of the lives lost on September 11, 2001. And all of our military personnel who made the sacrifice to defend our freedom in the 20 years since the attacks. More specifically, the 13 flags also represents the 13 servicemen that paid the ultimate sacrifice in Kabul, Afghanistan on August 26th while working to evacuate people to safety. At this time, we ask that you observe a moment of silence for all those who lost their lives on September 11, 2001, and for those who lost their lives defending freedom in the 20 years since. Thank you. We will now have the national anthem by Wiley Bish. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
There our national anthem here at Redbank Valley High School. Nice ceremony to start, commemorating the 20th anniversary of 9/11. Hard to believe.
It is very hard, and that was an unusual week for us, obviously, as many of the schools elected to go in and play football.
Yep.
And of course, it was good, I think, to get everybody's minds off everything. We did games on Friday night, we did games Saturday night, we did a game Sunday, and I think my memory serves me, did a game Monday.
Yep.
A challenging time, certainly, for the country, and still we're in challenging times today. But we got football Friday night right now.
That's right. Just about ready to go. Redbank is ready to come through the sign, and here they come. You can see them right there on your screen, flying through. So the first quarter tonight is brought to you by the Clarion VNA, and our kickoff is brought to you by Universal Forest Products. We will have the team captains come out, Bob's favorite part of the game, where they have the ceremonial coin toss.
Now, for those viewers of you just tuning in for the first time, that is Sarcasm 101 by my broadcast partner. This drives me absolute crazy because you've already had the coin toss. Now we're going to go through this ceremony to entertain the fans on this when everybody knows that you've already had the toss. You know, I think we're trusting souls and individuals.
No, I want to see it.
Yeah, you would.
But here we go. As the shadows begin to make their way across the football field here at Redbank Valley, you can see approaching that visitor's side. The great Redbank Creek in the background where Bob used to swim as a child. Tonight he said they're going to maybe try it again.
Well, fantasies are great things to have. Unfortunately, there is reality. And, partner, that's just not going to happen. I will tell you, very scenic place once the leaves change in about 2-3 more weeks. Will be very festive appearing down here.
Ginther and Zambonini are the team captains for El County Catholic. For Redbank Valley, we've got Magentini, we have Brendan Schreckengost, along with Joseph Mansfield down there, and Ray Schreckengost are the team captains. We'll get the toss. You can see great camera shot of that, too. I'm watching the TV. I'm not even watching the game. This is fantastic.
Oh, great. Now Jake's never going to want to have these guys back because he figures he's only going to get 75% effort out of you.
I'm paying Bob to watch TV.
But it is. It's amazing. And the Bulldogs have won the toss. They are deferring.
So Redbank will defer to the second half. And a reminder, too, coming up as the games get started, make sure you go to d9sports.com. We'll have all of the updates there for you of games going on around the area.
We are so old. When we first started announcing, you really couldn't find out what was going on in other games unless there was a phone in the press box you were at, but another phone as well, because you have to remember this is before cell phones were worth having at all in Western Pennsylvania. So it's just amazing how the technology has changed all these times over the years, Michael.
Derek Downs will get set to kick off here for Redbank Valley, the senior for El County Catholic. Take a look back there. We have Noah Cherry is one of the deep men, along with number 12. That's Ben Reynolds. He's the big running back, scoring those 4 touchdowns already on the season. Here's Downs ready to go, and we're underway here at Redbank Valley High School. Coming up to take that is Cherry. Cherry over the right side. Here's Cherry running with that football, and he's going to be met and dropped. Short return. He'll get back out near the 22-yard line, and that's where El County Catholic will have it.
A good, strong open field tackle there, Ashton Kerle with the stop.
So here we go, 1st and 10 for El County Catholic, and we'll see that single wing as they will set up in that. We'll see how the Bulldogs respond to it.
You know, this offense is predicated on some misdirection. Biggest key is you have to make your read defensively and stay home.
Paul takes the snap, hands that football off, and big hole over the left side. And Noah Cherry getting the carry that time. Takes that out to the 26-yard line. That's a gain of about 4 on the play. Second down here, close to 6.
Yeah, nice, safe, high percentage way to open up the ball game. And again, that's part of the confusion a little bit because, you know, you don't make excuses for the defense, but you don't see this offense, so you're just not used to the flow of the game and the blocking scheme.
Paul ready to go. He's back in the set. You see that how it's set up in that single wing. Here's the handoff, and immediately nailed in the backfield is Ben Reynolds. He's dropped for a loss on the play. He's going to lose close to 3 and sets up a 3rd down here and looks close to 9 for the Crusaders of El County Catholic.
Yeah, fantastic job there by Brandon Ross as he gets back deep to make that stop.
Again, we want to thank all the folks from SFBN helping us out tonight. Doing a fantastic job. 3rd down and 9 here for the Crusaders. They're setting up at their own 23-yard line. Paul works out of the shotgun, works across the middle of the field, and the pass is almost intercepted. And, boy, I'll tell you what, tapping on his chest, Ashton Kerle was like, I should have had that one.
Yeah, that's one of those deals that Teammates are going to give him a little bit of a rough time during film study tomorrow. But a good job to break that up. Bulldogs will take their time getting back deep here to return this kick. A lot of speed back here in the return game for the Bulldogs.
Jerry to punt. Just gets that one away. And coming up, picking up that football is Mansfield over the left side. He's to the 40, 35-yard line. He'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 36, but there is a flag on the play.
Yeah, I think they're going to get the Bulldogs on this return. More than likely an illegal block.
Officials talk it over down there. Now, do these guys know they're up close and personal with all the fans? There they go, and the penalty is going to be called against Redbank.
Yeah, that's tough. Again, one of the reasons why that happens, so the kick was low, got the handle on the football, but kind of disrupts the timing, and then as the return was set up to that far side, it's easy because what happens, you'll have a defender turn his back on you last second.
So it's a 10-yard penalty from the spot, goes back to the 42-yard line on the Redbank side of the football field, and that's where the Bulldogs will have it. Live tonight here on the EYT Media Network. Also tonight, Clarion, the Central Clarion Wildcats down at Karn City. We got that one too. Bain, the quarterback, takes the snap, fakes, rolls to the right side to Mansfield. He can move, gets a block, now to the right, he's to the 50, and just across midfield. He's close to first down territory, and it looks like where he's at, he should probably have it. Be about a 10-yard pickup is what it looks like as he crosses midfield and dropped at the 47-yard line. That first down, again, is a Allegheny Grill first down.
Yeah, nice, decent gainer there. Move the chains.
Twins on each side for Bain, working out of the shotgun here for the Bulldogs. Sidecar left is Ray Schreckengost. Team with a lot of speed, a lot of weapons. They picked up 10 on first down. Here's the handoff to Schreckengost, and Schreckengost hitting the backfield. Not a whole lot for him. Good job getting in there quickly. That was Dave Anderson to get back there and get Schreckengost.
I'm going to say lost one on that one as they spot the football. And Bulldogs have had some issues with running that football, and they want to establish the run. And part of this is you have to be patient. You will lose yards on occasion, but you can't afford to do that on a continual basis.
They're going to run trips out to the right. Kale's the lone receiver, or out to the left side. Kale's the lone receiver out to the right. Bain trying to get a signal in there. Still 13 on the play clock, though. Schreckengost sidecar right here for the Bulldogs. Second down on 11 from their 48-yard line of Elk County. Bain flushed out of the pocket. Rolls down the middle of the field. He's hit and drop it. Bain's going to pick up about 8 yards as he's dropped at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, nice job there. He made the decision quickly. The defender was closing in on him. Tucked that football down.
Third down here in about what looks closer to 4. 3.5, 4. They're going to say officially 3. Bain takes the snap, rolls to the left side, dumps it off. It's caught, and that's a first down for the Bulldogs. Coming up with the catch was Gardlock on that left side.
Yeah, Gardlock with a nice job, moves the chains down.
That's about 17 on the pass play. Puts him just inside the 30-yard line, down around the 27.
This is a nice job by Redbank. They got a little bit of a rhythm going here. They're taking their time. They don't have to be in a great hurry. It seems like they're taking longer than what they really are because they don't huddle up. It's that muddle huddle. Still got 13 on that down clock.
Bain takes the snap again, looking to throw, looking to Gardlock side, and it was almost picked up, and I think Gardlock was able to bring it in. He does. And that ball is caught by Gardlock inside the 20 down to about the 18-yard line.
But they're saying that he fumbled afterwards.
All right, so then it goes to Elk County Catholic. Gardlock made the catch. Here's the replay. And we're kind of blocked away from it, but you could see the ball coming loose as he made the catch. Great job there on that instant replay. I want to thank the guys there. That's fantastic. So the fumble after the catch And Elk County Catholic gets ready to go again.
Yeah, Elk wants to take advantage of that turnover. As they put the brakes on that Bulldog drive.
Paul ready. And up the gut it goes. Nothing there for Elk County Catholic. And looks like they'll just about get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be about it. And getting up on the bottom of the pile is Ben Reynolds, the freshman. No gain on the play.
Yeah, 2 attempts for Reynolds in the ball game, -3 so far tonight.
Yeah, any gain there, it's not quite a yard. So second down here, a long 9, short 10. Paul back in that shotgun. Now the line shifts, and we do get a flag. Procedure penalty.
It's a procedure that time. There were some more guys than what the Canadian Football League even allows to go in motion.
Hey, penalties are brought to you by Redbank Chevrolet. They're just straight up the road here. You want to check out Redbank Chevrolet? So they'll back them up 5 yards.
Fast-paced opening quarter, 7:21 on the clock here.
Ball's at the 14-yard line. So second down at about 14. Paul again works. He's going to send the man in motion. That's Ginther. Takes the snap, swings it out. It is caught, and nothing doing that time either. Ben Reynolds makes the catch in the backfield, but he's dropped for a loss. That's down to the 9-yard line. That's a loss of 5.
Yeah, tough play. That was very well defended there by the Bulldogs, Mike. So we take a closer look. A great read. You got 2 defenders who make the read, make the stick. It's a big loss, and now you're in some really dangerous territory if you're an Elk County Crusader.
So the ball sits at the 9-yard line. It's third down in a country mile, 3rd and long, sponsored by Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Paul comes ready. 3rd down and 19. Ball snap back to him. He's going to pass that ball. It's caught by Reynolds, and Reynolds is going to be forced out of bounds, and it's going to be only back to about the 10-yard line. So it's only a yard pickup. And 4th down now.
Yeah, now remember, this defense loves to go after punts. Myself, I probably wouldn't. I would set up for this return. Regardless, you should have great field position. The one key is do not rough that kicker.
In the end zone, Nick Cherry. Klaus ready. Kerle looks up. He's going to take it at his 40. Kerle is going to be hit and drop. Short return, but excellent field position here for Redbank Valley, so that fumble on the pass play doesn't cost them. As they get the football back, they'll start at about their 33-yard line.
Obviously, the Bulldogs want to take advantage of this, Mike. It's such a short field here. They were in a rhythm prior to the fumble on that. Again, not sure whether I'm assuming anyways they would score that a fumble rather than an interception, but regardless, it was a turnover, but Elk not able to capitalize on it, take full advantage of it. Must be an equipment issue. The officials checking, make sure everybody's in okay shape.
Everybody's ready. The officials are ready. Here we go. 6:23 to go here in this first quarter. Ball snap back to Bain, pitches it to Schreckengoss. Schreckengoss got room to the outside. He's to the 25-yard line. Flag on the play as he's dropped inside the 25.
Well, partner, when you see that much real estate, you got to figure it's going to be a hold. That outside was sealed too well and negates the nice run. And really, I'm not so sure that the hold contributed to the success of the run. You know, sometimes it does. I'm not sure in that particular play, but regardless, we'll go against the Bulldogs. They march him back.
So the ball pushed back to about the 37-yard line.
So wide side of the football field here is to that right.
First and about 14 here for the Bulldogs. Bain, shotgun, rolls to the right side. Looks to throw, does, and it is caught. Smith with the catch. Oh, no, that is not Smith. That is actually Tate Minnick with the catch. And it looks like they're going to move the chains. They do. They're going to put that ball right at the 20-yard line. So that's about an 18-yard pickup.
I'm impressed.
Well,
you didn't have to look down at my stat sheet.
Well, and I was also looking at the replay. So, you know.
This is going to add years to your career.
You're darn tootin'. Jake's going, dang it.
Well, unless they come to South Florida, not much of a chance adding years to mine.
Trips off to the left, single receiver to the right, but he's going to go to Schreckengost.
Ooh.
Oh, and how about Schreckengost lower in the shoulder as he'll go down to the 14-yard line, give him 6 on the play.
Yeah, nice move there by Schreckengost. You see, he's just like a bull, goes right in to the defender. This is what we talk about in second manageable situations. Great example here. You've got just about everything open in your play call.
See Schreckengost looking to the sideline there. Now he's back as the sidecar right. Bain ready to go. Goes right back to Schreckengost. Schreckengost right up the gut, first down. And it's a 1st and goal as he takes it inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. That's a gain of another about 7 on the play. They're in the Dubrook red zone. See if they stay to that steady diet of Schreckengost. And handing it, Schreckengost got the handoff, but he breaks some tackles. I don't know how he got out of that. Inside the 5 and down to the 4. He'll gain 4 yards on the play. And it is a 2nd and goal from the 4.
A lot of work on that one. Good job there by Schreckengost. Kept the legs churning. Just slides to his left. Made positive yardage when it looked like it would go for no gain.
There's that replay. Boy, he just slipped right out of there. Bain takes the snap, hands it off, and nothing doing that time. So Schreckengost that time.
Yeah, David Anderson that time. Great read. He's a junior, comes in from his linebacker spot, makes the stop.
Tell you what, Elk County playing stout here with that ball inside the 10-yard line.
Well, I like what we saw there out of Elk County, Mike. They sold out. They played run first and foremost. Made a great play. We got an equipment issue, so there's a stoppage, and
yep, he's ready.
He's got his helmet ready to roll. A lot of times, one of the guys on the sidelines, you'll know who has your exact helmet size, and you just swap.
Yep. So 3rd and goal, the ball back around the 7-yard line. Redbank takes some time. They got plenty of time on the play clock, still 12. They come set at the line of scrimmage. Brendan Schreckengost in the backfield this time. They're going to pitch it to Brendan. And Brendan tried to cut outside, but he slipped. And he'll slip. He'll lose about 3, almost 4 yards back to the 11-yard line. So 4th and goal from the 11 for Redbank Valley. They're going to keep the offense out there. Derek Downs has a pretty good toe, but they're going to elect to keep the offense here now. 3:30 to go here in this first quarter. Again, it is a Clarion VNA first quarter. So big 4th down here in goal from the 11 for Redbank Valley. Bain takes the snap, looking, dancing, firing, and it is off the fingertips down in the end zone. Incomplete. So Elk County Catholic will take over on downs. He was looking for guard lock in that right corner.
Yeah, that time it's pretty good defense on that play, but Elk now starting out deep in their own territory. This is where this Bulldog defense can be really dangerous, Mike. They've got a lot of speed to crash from the outside.
Elk ready. Paul in that single wing. Hands it off over the right side. Reynolds, little dive play over the right side. And not a whole lot, maybe 1, 2, we'll see.
Yeah, it's just a real estate play is all that is. Want to get some breathing room.
2nd down here and 8. Ball out near the 23-yard line.
Yeah, you have absolutely no margin of error where you're at on the football field.
Clock continues to roll here, first quarter, 2:45. Redbank has had the better field position, moved the ball a little bit better, but so far still no score. Paul now sends his line out, and there's the flag again. And a delay of game is going to be called this time. They just ran out of time, used too much time, so that'll back them up 5 yards. Certainly not what Elk County wanted at that spot.
Yeah, and that's a tough penalty to pick up this part of the season because you've had the first couple weeks get the timing down. But when you're this deep into territory, everything takes a little bit longer. It takes longer for that play to come in. It takes longer for everybody to get in position. Then they do that last second shift. The other thing you have to worry about is, making sure that the offensive lineman doesn't put his hand down, pull it back up, and then attempt to take off with everybody else.
Second down, about 13. Man in motion is Ginther. Paul takes the snap, rolls to the right side. The ball's tipped there at the line of scrimmage and falls incomplete. So third down and 13.
Yeah, Mike, this is not really where Elk wants to be as far as total pass attempts. That is number 4. My key number in this one was 10 or less, and they've got 4 attempts, and there's just 2:25 remaining on the clock. Part of that reason is they've been forced into long down situations. In other words, right here's another potential one here, as it's a 3rd and 13 situation.
So third down, 13. Paul working just outside of his own end zone. Ball snap back. They're going to do the quick kick, but it kind of goes a little bit awry. It's taken and into the end zone. That is a score. It's a touchdown. Getting that for Redbank Valley was number 26, Brandon Ross. So the quick kick was kicked up into the air, and it was angling away. Ross was able to get underneath it. And at the 2:19 mark, here's the replay. You see the kick, and it kind of angles away. Ross just kept like a outfielder, got underneath it, took it into the end zone.
It's really would you call it a 5-yard return?
Yep.
So good heads-up play there by Ross.
They're going to go for 2. Magentini is on as the quarterback as they go for 2 points here. Takes the snap, looking to throw, fires that football. He just caught the 2-point conversion. Good, got that into Marshall. And at the 2:19 mark, Redbank Valley leads it here by the score of 8-0. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Kearley Tire High School football. It's live on exploreClarion and D9Sports.com. All right, back here at Redbank Valley High School, 2:19 to go here in this first quarter. Redbank on the board. Special teams play there as the quick kick high in the air, and Ross gets underneath it.
And again, good heads-up play because it's third down. You and I have seen the quick kick quite a few times in our career, and that used to be a staple down here at Redbank Valley, but this time Elk County trying it, not having success with it.
Reynolds and Cherry are the deep men. It's going to bounce, touched by a couple up men, and then finally Ginther with the football, and he bangs around. But he'll be dropped down at about the 25-yard line. Good job by Ginther just to get control of that. Now, if you're out there in Elk County land, you've got to take a deep breath and really forget about what just happened. Yep.
You can't change it. You only trail by 1 score and a conversion. Put together a nice little drive here, and all sins will be forgiven. How's that sound?
Sounds good. Paul comes ready. Twins out to the right side. Single receiver on the left is Rupakrecht. I believe that's how you say the last name. We'll get Bob on that.
Apologies in advance if it is incorrect.
Paul to the right side, and almost a good catch down the right side. Noah Cherry, but it goes incomplete. Had to reach up for that one, almost able to bring that one in.
Yeah. And again, now you're up to the 5 attempts, throwing a little more frequently than I think what you came into planning to throw. But you've also put yourself in a second and a full 10 situation, limiting really your play selection.
Second down 10, ball to 25. Paul, a quick handoff. And nothing. Direct, yep, it was almost like a wildcat. We're going right to Reynolds. So it's only about a yard, Bob, up to the 26-yard line. So 3rd and 9, 3rd and long here for the Crusaders.
And not where you want to be.
Clock down to 1:44 here in the first quarter. Ball comes ready. 3rd down here and 9. Redbank defense shifts. And with that football, little misdirection running. It's Cherry with it. Cherry across midfield. First down for Elk County Catholic. Takes it all the way to the Redbank 43-yard line. And here's the replay.
30 yards on that one.
Take a look there. Yeah, a lot of misdirection, and then Cherry comes out with it. See him running across midfield there. Nice job. Boy, nobody really knew. It's almost like that secret play Redbank had last week.
You know, that's why you hear coaches say that phrase, stay home. Everybody pinched in. Nice run to the outside, moves the sticks. Big confidence builder for Elk with that run.
Big one for the Crusaders, their biggest
we got
offensive
the best
play.
seat in the house right now.
It's perfect. Here's the quick pass across the middle, and that's almost picked off. Boy, threw that into dangerous territory. Smith was the last one back behind there. That's a tough one across the middle, especially this Bulldog team too. They're going to go at you.
And Joe Tedis may be slightly shaken up on the play. Going to hobble back into the huddle. He's going to stick in there. I watched him in warm-ups. Had a couple of nice catches in warm-ups. He's a big target. List him officially as a tight end.
Yeah, he's wide out to the right in your screen right now. Paul hands that ball off. And Reynolds is going to be sprung down. He's going to lose a yard back to about the 45-yard line. So 3rd down here and 11. We'll see what Elk has up their sleeve this time. 3rd down 11 for the Crusaders.
Yeah, wide side of the field is to the right now. Obviously, depending on what happens on 3rd down, we may see Elk gamble on 4th.
Cut us out to the right along with Cherry on that side. Rupacret, I believe is how you say the name on the bottom of the screen. Here's a handoff to Reynolds, and Reynolds hitting the backfield drop. Good tackle that time by Zeldon Fisher. And that'll push him back 4 more yards near the 49-yard line, and it's 4th down and about 15, almost 16.
Mike, that actually was a really good play there on the part of Reynolds for securing the football. He had to pause. He knew he's better off to wrap that football up, take the 4-yard loss. If not, he's not going to be able to secure that football, risk potentially coughing it up, and that'll be our last play here of the opening quarter.
All right, we'll take our time out. We'll pause a minute, and we're going to come back with more. Redbank leads it here 8-0. You're listening to Carly Tire High School Football Game of the Week on exploreClarion and D9Sports.com.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
Right back at Redbank Valley. Elk gets set to punt. Punts away. That's Cherry punting. Smith with that football. And that's Kerle, actually. Yep, he's going to be dropped at about the 24-yard line. So that's a Redbank Valley will have the football. Ashton Kerle.
Yeah, nice job there by Cherry with the tackle.
Second quarter sponsor here on the EYT network is Hager Paving, located over in Strattonville. Great sponsor as always. We'll name our Hager Paving player of the game at the conclusion.
Geese are a little disoriented, Mike. They're flying the wrong direction.
Yeah, well, it's excitement. They wanted to watch some football. Ball handed off. Schreckengoss right up the middle, banging around. How about a first down carry and more as he takes it out across the 35 and out near the 37-yard line. That's a gain of about 19 on the play as he takes it across the 35. Nope, that wouldn't be.
No.
But
I was going to wait and let you correct yourself. You're okay. Closer to 13.
Yeah, 13. Well, you know, at Clarion.
And that's why your daughter bounces your check.
Oh, no. Ball to 37. First and 10. Hand off again, Schreckengoss. How about another head of steam? First down carry again out to the 50-yard line. That's about 13, almost 14 on the run.
If you're going to run the football successfully and continually, you must have patience. In other words, you got to stay with it. Sometimes you're going to have short runs, but if you stay with it long enough, you're going to have success. Great example right there. Good opportunity. They're able to capitalize on it. A couple of back-to-back decent runs. Just like that, Schreckengoss with 39 yards rushing in the ballgame.
First and 10, Allegheny Grill first down. Bain hands it off again. Schreckengoss breaking tackles, dragging people. And this time he'll come up a little bit shy of that first down marker, but another good carry. Give him about 7 on the play, almost 8.
He's up now to 46 yards here.
Ball's right around the 43-yard line. Second down here at about 3. Redbank Valley again. Bain takes his time. Plenty of time on the play clock. Just underway in the second quarter. Hand it off again. And how about Brendan Schreckengoss with the carry that time? He'll get about 2. He gets close. He's down to the 41-yard line. Third down here and 1.
Very makeable down here.
Third down 1. Bain back in the shotgun. He's got the sidecar right. Twins off to the right, single receiver on the left side. That's guard lock over there. Elk jump it. They get back. Up there he fell over. So you'll get the first down. That'll be a penalty against the defense offsides. It took a minute for him to finally get
He was hanging in there, and the balance finally gave out.
Reminded me of you back in high school.
You know, I normally didn't do that offside thing too often. I was pretty disciplined. Of course, if you're offside as a middle linebacker, usually doesn't bode well for you getting on the football field.
Stranger things have happened.
This is true.
Same setup, Twins off to the right, single receiver, guard lock on the left side. Just under 10 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Bain drops back, looks to throw, fires it, looking for guard lock. He breaks free, and guard lock brings it in. Touchdown, Redbank Valley. 36-yard score, but a flag on the play.
And don't get too excited till we sort this one out.
There's the replay. We'll see what the call is. It looks like it's coming back. Illegal man downfield. So you saw that great play on the replay, but it's coming back.
Yeah, tough break there for the Bulldogs. The play took a little longer to develop, I think, than what one of the linemen expected. As they will march this one back. And sometimes as a lineman, you have this clock going off in your head, and you figure, uh-oh, there's trouble. I better get downfield and try and block and make a play happen.
So the ball pushed back to about the 41-yard line. Be a first and 15 here for the Dogs. Come on, Bob. Let's hear that Bulldog.
Woof, woof.
Oh, come on. Twins out to the right, single receiver to the left. Going to pitch that ball back to Brendan Treckengoss. Turns the corner. Boy, is he speedy. Breaking tackles. Takes it down to the 30-yard line. That's a gain of almost, give him at least 10 as they put him at the 31. So 10-yard pickup on that one. Sets up a second down and about 6. Second down and 6 here for the Dogs.
Trying to get that Zocker Motors scoreboard caught up for us.
Bain out of the shotgun, takes the snap again. Swing pass left side. It is caught over there by Orts. Orts can move. Here's Orts down the left side, first down. And he's in the Dubrook red zone as he takes that football down to about the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 17. So in the Dubrook red zone comes Redbank Valley, 8:38 to go. Clock continues to move here in quarter number 2.
So we take a look around the league quickly here, Mike. It's Brookville 7, Punxsutawney 0.
No.
End of the first.
No. Handoff. And Treckengost over the left side. Spinning again. Reaches out, and he's just not going to make that pylon. How about Brendan Treckengost? Good run. That's a first down. They're going to put him down around the 2-yard line, so it's first and goal, so it's a 12-yard pickup for him.
Yeah, nice little spin move there towards the end. Other scores of interest, Mike. It is Smethport 7, Port Allegheny 0. Bradford 6, Kane 6 at the end of the opening quarter play. At the end of 1, DuBois 7, St. Mary's 0.
Officially.
Penns Valley, by the way, 7, Clearfield 6, also the end of 1.
You're going to put him down officially at the 1-yard line. Bain will work out of the shotgun here. He's got Treckengost right behind him. Hands it off. Treckengost banging his way, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. 1-yard plunge for Treckengost. Comes at the 8:13 mark here in quarter number 2. There's the score there for Redbank Valley. We'll see what they decide to do. It looks like they're going to go for 2 here as well. Got everybody bunched up on the left side. Bain, swing pass left side. It's caught by Gardlock, and he dances into the end zone. It's 16-0. Redbank Valley will take the timeout. You're listening to Carly Tire High School Football. It's live on Explore Clarion and D9Sports.com.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in. Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
All right, back here at Redbank Valley High School. Glad you could be with us tonight. Want to thank all the folks again at the SFBN Network, doing a fantastic job putting things together this evening. Bill, Prince, and Kevin over there.
I'm waiting for you to call him the Fresh Prince, like you did one of our old coworkers.
Yeah, that's right. Short kick. It's going to bounce around, gets by the return man, and he's just going to jump on top of that football. I think that was Cherry over there along with Ginther, and they were just able to get on top of that football. We saw that, what was that, last week, a live football where.
Actually, that area of the football field. It's got to be something over there, partner.
It's called the Bob Dunkel effect.
Now, Elk is in a bit of a pickle now, Mike. They're deep in their own territory. Offense has had a couple of big plays, but unable to capitalize on them. They at least want to change, certainly, the position here on the football field, but not a lot of real estate to work with right now.
Paul will work here in the shotgun formation. Twins out to the right, Twins to the left. Takes the snap, fires the ball down the middle of the field. Tried to find Noah Cherry in that seam in the middle, but just a little too rich for him.
Yeah. Yeah, and, again, that's a tough situation to be in, Mike. I talk about this is a team primarily that wants to run the football. They've attempted 7 pass plays thus far in the ball game, and we're at the 8:05 mark, quarter number 2 coming up. It'll be some special events taking place here at halftime. In addition to the band, of course, there will be a Hall of Fame inductees scheduled for induction tomorrow.
Paul keeps the football, then hands it off, and nothing doing on the left side. Again, getting the carry that time. That looked like was that Cherry?
I think it was Cherry again.
Yep. So not a whole lot there for Cherry. So 3rd down and about 12 here for the Crusaders, working out of their own end. They've had their back to the goal line a lot tonight. They did have that one big breakout play. 16-0 Bulldogs.
And you're so limited right now in your play selection, the possibility of it.
Run that shift again. Paul looking to throw, has to hurry, does, and going to be tipped away. Good defense by Orts. Cherry was cruising across the middle of the field, but Orts knocks it away. 4th down and 12.
Great play there by Orts. He held off to the last second, tips the ball, doesn't get there early. Timing is everything, does a good job of defending. And again, Bulldogs will be in great field position. No need really to go after this football.
Nick Cherry to punt out of his end zone. And they're going to let it go. Klaus will let it just roll. And it's going to go out of bounds at about the 39-yard line, and that is where the Bulldogs will have a great field position here for Redbank Valley. They lead 16-0, 7:09 to go.
Yeah, Bulldogs want to add to that lead. Mike, so far, everything going in the direction which they needed to. Did have a score taken off the board earlier in this one on an ineligible man downfield. Took care of business regardless a little later, that's all. Extended drive, if you will.
Yep. Ball around the 39-yard line here for the Bulldogs as they come to the line of scrimmage. Bain works in the shotgun. He's got a sidecar off to his right side. And El County jumps here.
What happens as a lineman, you get in that rhythm and you think, okay, he's always going to snap on 1. Changes it, makes it 1.5 or 2. It's an easy 5 yards. You're pretty impressed with that clear picture. I find you glancing down there quite a bit.
Quite a bit. I like it. Ball just inside the 35 at the 34-yard line. And there goes Schreckengost on the right side. Breaking tackles inside the 20, down near the 15-yard line. That's a gain of about 19 on the play as he takes it from the 34-yard line. And he's in the Dewbrook red zone. Redbank Valley threatening again, and we're going to get a timeout. Timeout will be taken by Elk County Catholic. And how about let's break as well. The score is 16-0 here in favor of Redbank Valley. You're listening to the Carly Tire High School Football Game of the Week on exploreClarion and D9Sports.com.
West Park Rehab Physical Therapy, providing traditional physical therapy plus diagnostic testing to include EMG nerve conduction study and musculoskeletal ultrasounds.
All right, right to action we go. 6:52 to go here in the quarter. Bain hands it off. Gives that to Schreckengost. And how about Schreckengost? Stiff arm. He's to the 5. Schreckengost down inside the 5 to about the 2 or 1 yard line. Gains 13. I'll tell you what, it's a 1st and goal. And Boy, is he running hard.
He's a man on a mission. He's taking care of business tonight. You knew the potential certainly was there. It was a matter for this offensive line to click and everything to start gelling, and they've done a great job of this tonight, Mike. Already they have right at 100 yards rushing, actually a little over 100 yards rushing with that last carry in the ball game. Schreckengost has 79 on his own.
And Schreckengost over the right side, diving into that end zone, touchdown. So we'll give him that from a yard out. And Schreckengost adds to the Redbank Valley lead.
Score takes place at the 6:17 mark.
So that's his second there. Going to go for the 2-point conversion again. Mazzantini is in. They do like to go to guard lock on that left side. We'll see. He's looking to the right side this time, though, and reaching up, catching that football. And it's good, and then we're going to have a penalty in the end, a little roughing. Minnick will get the 2-point conversion, and then we'll have the roughing, and it is now 24-0 Redbank Valley. Timeout time. You're listening to Carly Tire High School Football Game of the Week on exploreClarion and D9Sports.com.
Redbank Chevrolet, the area's #1 Chevrolet dealer and Clarion County's truck headquarters. So if you're in the market for a new or used Chevrolet car, truck, or SUV, go to Redbank Chevrolet, 500 Broad Street in New Bethlehem, or online redbankchevrolet.com. Skilled staff at Redbank Chevrolet is ready to meet all of your automotive needs. If we don't see you today, we'll see you at Redbank Chevrolet.
Dubrook, a proud member of the M&B Group, is the right choice for your next concrete project.
Well, here we go, getting set for kickoff time. Redbank Valley leading 24-0. 6:17 to go here in the second quarter. Second quarter sponsored by Hager Paving. And on that penalty, they'll get to kick off from the Elk 45-yard line.
Yeah, top break for Elk is, adding insult to injury, if you will, now, because, again, that short field taking place can pin themselves deeper in their own territory.
There's a kickoff. Cherry looks up. He'll take it at his 5. Comes back to the 10, to the 15. Breaking tackles. Gets up near the 20. We'll see where they officially put him down. He got a little bit of a push at the end there. So they'll put him down.
I'm sure if that was a mouthpiece or an earpiece. I saw something go flying. It flew off one of the Bulldogs, actually.
Ball out at the 22. That's a 17-yard return. 6:06 on the clock.
Yeah, easy to do, and going to do a little cleaning on whatever the article was. Probably a mouthpiece, I would guess, maybe. Elk wants to build a little something here, Mike. They got to drive, pick up a couple of first downs. I think get out of the habit of passing. I think your hope is to establish the run.
Paul takes the snap. Nope, that's a direct snap again. They're going to go right to Cherry. And he'll take it up across the 25 and up near the 27-yard line. That's a gain of about 5.
Yeah, that's all you got to do is just, methodically be patient. Try and do things that you've had success on so far in the season.
Second down, close to 6. Paul working with Cherry, sidecar left. Going to go right to Cherry again. And he'll take that up near the 30-yard line. He'll get a couple more. And sets up a third down here and still about 3. It's closer to 4. It's a long 3. Ball just shy of the 30-yard line.
Elk has completed 2 passes, Mike, in the ball game for a total of -4. Passing game has struggled. 2 of 8.
Paul again, ready. Oh, Redbank jumped this time. And getting caught there was Joe Mansfield. He was ready to go.
Yeah, Mansfield, one of the faster down linemen in the entire district that time. Breaks the plane. They'll move the chains on that one.
Yep, be a first down.
I'm still waiting to find out when the date will be set where you race him.
It's coming up.
In the 100.
100. I thought it was only like 15.
15 and you had an 8-yard start?
9. First and 10. Ball at the 34-yard line. Here's Cherry again over the right side. Cherry's been getting a lot of the workload here as he takes it out to the 40-yard line.
You know, and that's what this offense really is meant to do, Mike. Again, it's a ball control offense. They're going to lull you to sleep. They're going to get that occasional big passing play. But if they can get the 4 or 5, even 6 yards of carry, they'll be content to do that. You know, they trail here 24-0. You don't have to get all 24 points back in one trip. Just chisel away.
Second down and a long 4 here for the Crusaders. The ball at their own 40-yard line. Again, the direct snap right into the hands of Cherry, and he's pushed back. They'll give him a little bit of forward progress, not a whole lot. Give him about a yard, but it's a short one. And it's still third down and still close to 4.
Clock down now to 3:32. Elk would love to pick up a first down and eat more of that clock time off. And they do not want to give Redbank Valley the football back with this much time. Of course, the Bulldog offense a threat to score at any point in time.
Ball snap right back to Cherry. Nothing doing that time at all as he's dropped in the backfield for a loss.
And we see a timeout called very quickly. Redbank will use the clock here, Mike. They want to keep as much time as possible on it, take advantage. They want to add another score to this one. They want to go to the locker room up big time.
And it is for Redbank Valley very wise here. You're going to end up probably with a short field again. So we will see.
So, you know, the big key, too, now you're having a little bit of a discussion. This does two things. One, it stopped the clock, but two, as a coach, are you going to go after this kick right now? You're going to try and block it, or you're going to set up for the return? I would go after it, actually.
Okay. Well,
I suspect they will set up for a return. I probably would go after it. Look, you're up already. It's 3 scores. You know, the only thing, again, if you're not going to get that ball cleanly, just lay off a little bit. Don't rough the kicker, because obviously roughing the kicker is going to be a first down.
So County Catholic talks it over. They're back onto the field. Redbank Valley is ready. 3:06 on the clock here.
You also, while I'm 99% positive you won't see a fake run here, you still want to play this a little on a straight upside.
Cherry ready to punt. It's Nick Cherry just gets it away. Klaus will let it go. Nope, he's going to pick it up and slips, though, right there at the 30-yard line. He grabbed a hold of that football. He probably saved, though, a couple yards because it was rolling pretty good.
And not only that, but he also saved time.
Yep.
One of the things they tell the coverage team is don't touch that football until you absolutely have to. Just stare at it. Take 5, potentially 10 more seconds off the clock. Again, not a bad play. That's why your return guy is there, is to prevent that football from rolling back.
So ball sitting at the 30-yard line here for the Bulldogs. 3 minutes to go 70 yards. They still have a couple of timeouts. Bain ready in the shotgun. Twins on each side. Takes the snap. Looks to throw. Swing pass caught by Gardlock. Gardlock can move. Gardlock goes caught from behind. Good tackle that time on Gardlock of Luke Ginther. But he will get about 9 yards as he takes it out near the 39-yard line. Second down and about 1 here for Redbank Valley. Bryce Reckengoss is the sidecar right for Bain. Maybe they'll feed him here and get that first down. Nope, they're going to throw. Bain's dropping back. Fires that football down the middle of the field. He's going to miss. It's caught in stride. Minnick spinning around and into the end zone. Touchdown. Wow. 62 yards. make it 61. He was at the 39-yard line, 61 yards. I was looking over at the board. They had it at the 38, really at the 39.
Either way, it was pretty to watch, partner. You could see what was going to happen on that one.
Comes at the 2:21 mark. Redbank going for the 2 here.
This is that, kind of Oklahoma shift. Everybody is spread.
Adentini caught. Nothing doing this time as the pass was complete, but not the 2-point conversion. 2:21 to go here in quarter number 2. 30-0 Redbank Valley with the lead, and we'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Kearley Tire High School football on exploreClarion and D9Sports.com.
Redbank Chevrolet, the area's #1 Chevrolet dealer and Clarion County's truck headquarters. So if you're in the market for a new or used Chevrolet car, truck, or SUV, go to Redbank Chevrolet, 500 Broad Street in New Bethlehem, or online RedbankChevrolet.com. Skilled staff at Redbank Chevrolet is ready to meet all of your automotive needs. If we don't see you today, we'll see you at Redbank Chevrolet.
Dubrook, a proud member of the M&B Group, is the right choice for your next concrete project. Specializing.
All right, back to action here. 2:21 to go in the Hager Paving second quarter. Here's the kickoff. Short. Taken by Tedis. And Tedis brings it back up around the 30-yard line. Short return that time. That's where County will have it. 2:15 to go here in the second quarter.
Well, I really enjoy watching Tedis. He's that big target. He's a tight end. He lines up in a wide receiver spot, but he's really a true tight end. He's a strong guy. You can see he knows how to take a shot. And he's got a pretty good set of hands, too. I was watching him in warm-ups. He had a pretty good night during the course of warm-ups. He lines up wide once again here to this right-hand side.
Ball takes the snap. Quick handoff. Nope, keeps the football. Good fake. Tosses it downfield, and it is incomplete. Tried to get that into Elliot Ruprecht.
And, this is where you have to also be careful if you're Elk in this situation, Mike, because the 10C, you want to be aggressive, chip away, try and get into scoring position. Look, you've stopped the clock now. Now there's 2:09. And, again, remember, Redbank has that quick score offense. You don't want to give them another opportunity to score.
2 timeouts as well to work with. Ben Paul, the quarterback, a freshman. Ready to go. And to snap that right directly back to Cherry, and Cherry's going to be just bull rushed that time. Orts was back there and a whole host of other tacklers.
Yeah, and there's just nothing you can do if you're Cherry. The only thing you can do is protect the football. He does a good job of that. Loses 5. Bulldogs will call the quick timeout, so that took 5 seconds off the clock, so now 2:04 here, and you've got a third and a country mile.
All right, we'll take a quick timeout. 2:04 to go, 30-0 Redbank Valley. You're listening to Kearley Tire High School football on exploreClarion and D9Sports.com.
Dubrook, a proud member of the M&B Group, is the right choice for your next concrete project. Specializing in decorative concrete products, precast concrete products, gravel and stone delivery, Dubrook has what you need to complete your residential or commercial project. With locations in Clarion, DuBois, St. Mary's, Butler, and Evans City, Dubrook is ready to offer their professional help as your ready-mix supplier. Call 1-844-DUBROOK today.
After the timeout, 2:04 to go here in the second quarter. Redbank using the timeout there. It's a third down and about 15 for Elk County. Redbank leads at 30-0. Direct snap again. Cherry takes it forward, and he's only going to get a couple, maybe 2, maybe 3 yards. Give him just a couple. So fourth down, and a punt will be coming up.
And that series took roughly 9 seconds.
And Redbank will use their final timeout here. We'll just keep it right here on this one, as that clock is stopped right there at 2 minutes. Want to remind you, too, coming up this week, we'll have more high school girls volleyball for you on Explore Clarion and D9 Sports. We'll be right here at the great Redbank Valley. We'll have Clarion area Redbank Valley coming up on Tuesday. Bob is going to be a special guest announcer on that one.
I will set the sport back 20 years if I show up.
Oh, it'd be fun. Every time I go, they're like, "Where's Bob?" Like, yeah, he doesn't like he doesn't like you guys. That's what I tell him.
You're better off to say, "Look, he knows nothing."
Here's the punt. Good punt. Klaus lets it bounce, and it takes a actually Redbank bounce. It kind of wedged in there and came back. Good field position for Redbank at the 48-yard line.
Mike, as we take a look at that Zocker Motors scoreboard, Brookville 14, your Punxsutawney Chucks 0.
That's a lie.
That Route 36 trophy.
Well, I think the score's wrong.
Garden City 28, Central Clarion 6. That is very late in quarter number 2. Smethport 13, Port Allegheny 0. Also late in quarter number 2. Here's a good one. Otto Eldred 8, Cameron County 6. That at the half. Ridgeway 35, Montauk 0. Midway through the second. We return now to live action.
Bain comes ready, sends Minnick in motion. Empty backfield. He's going to swing it out to Minnick. Here's Minnick working his magic on the right side. Gets up to midfield. Flag on the play, though, and in that neighborhood is usually where it's coming back.
Yeah, the official's going to sort this one out. If it would stand, it would be a gain of about 6, short 7, but I would suspect it's going to be against Redbank, and it is.
So Redbank will be marched back 10 yards.
Now the optimist will tell you, gives you more real estate to work with.
Well, what does the pessimist say?
No, geez, we lost yardage.
That would be me. I'd cry, kick my feet. So first down and about, looks like about almost 16 here. Bain dumps it off over this left side, and Minnick again will get it back out near the 45-yard line. That's a pickup of about 2, almost 3. Be a second down and about 13. Ball resting at the 45 of Redbank Valley. 30-0 Bulldogs. They score here that would put the game into that mercy roll in the second half. Bain dancing around, stepping up, looking to throw, does, finds his man. That's Orts. Here's Orts, 40, 35, 30. Orts to the 25-yard line, stays up, 15, 10-yard line. He's in the Dewbrook red zone, and that's a first and goal here for Redbank Valley.
Boy, how about that? That is a will and a determination to get in the end zone and score there, Mike. Orts should have been down 3 different times.
45 yards. All the way down to the 10-yard line. Had that camera on Orts for a second. You can see he's like, I'm tired. He should be. 55 seconds. Redbank threatening, and we do get a timeout. And it will be by Elk County Catholic. Why don't we break to 30-0. Redbank leads, 53 seconds to go here in the second. It's the Carly Tire High School football game of the week on exploreClarion and D9Sports.com.
One of the biggest risks to your future could be running out of money during a longer than expected retirement. Many people have not yet taken the time to determine if they will have enough assets to last throughout retirement. Our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap and actionable recommendations. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 2223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Whether it's your ATV, your camper,
plenty of room. Keep it coming.
Back to action we go. 53 seconds on that clock. Redbank Valley threatening here. Bain ready with an empty backfield. Swings it to the left side. Caught. Oh, it's dropped by Orts on the left side. Got his hands on it, but he turned just a little too quickly, I think. Saw what was sitting there in front of him, and that was that goal line.
Yeah, knew the goal line was there. I think was expecting a defender, wanted to make sure he secured the football, but wanted to make eye contact with the defender, and result, an incomplete pass.
So it is a 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line for Redbank Valley in that Dubrook red zone. Bain all alone in the backfield. 5 wide for the Bulldogs. Looking left side again, dancing around. And he's going to run. He's got the end zone in front of him. Touchdown. Bain takes it in for the touchdown. 10-yard scamper for Bain.
The big key there, he saw the lane, made the decision quickly, tucked it, and goes in from the 10 yards out.
And Redbank on now for the extra point try. Getting a chance here, kicking duties, Russ Pleiter.
A good opportunity here, live game situation for him to kick.
Pleiter's kick's on the way, and the kick is up, and that kick is good by Pleiter. 37-0, Redbank leads it. We'll break. You're listening to Kearley Tire High School football on exploreClarion and D9Sports.com.
Clarion Forest VNA believes the emotional and physical well-being of a patient is enhanced by the patient receiving care in the familiar surroundings of home. Their staff of caring professionals work closely with physicians to administer quality care to meet the needs of each individual. As a pioneer in home health care in Clarion and Forest County, Clarion Forest VNA continue to grow to meet the community's need for in-home care, offering many different services and programs to meet the patient's need. Clarion Forest VNA, located at 271 Perkins Road in Clarion. Call us toll-free at 1-800-262-2118.
Our community needs...
Well, Redbank Valley now up 37-0, 45 seconds to go here in this second quarter. Of course, we have the complete halftime festivities coming up. Here's the kickoff. Kick short. Coming up to take it is Ginther.
Fumble.
And the ball's on. Redbank's on top of it. Redbank gets it back at the 35-yard line.
Boy, Tedis took a shot on that one. The ball caroms out. Bulldogs on top of it. And for this offense, still a lot of time.
Here's that replay. Boom. There it is. Nice job there. Camera guy over there doing a fantastic job. So Redbank from the 35-yard line. Question is, Bob, do you hand her off here? Do you throw it, or do you just take a knee and go in?
I would throw it. I'd throw it.
All right.
Although it looks like they're bringing everybody in tight, bunching everybody up.
Adentini comes in.
They are content here, up 37-0.
Would put the game in the mercy roll in the second half. And that's where it's going to be as the teams will go to their respective sidelines. And we're going to get set up for halftime here at Redbank Valley. It'll be an extended halftime. We'll have the band. We're also going to have the festivities for the Hall of Fame introductions. That's all coming up as the clock continues to work its way off. See the Redbank Valley Bulldogs coming off the field. We'll wait until that horn sounds, and then we'll take a timeout. We're going to come back. We'll have the Redbank Band, and then we will have those Hall of Fame festivities. All right, that'll do it. Redbank up 37-0 here at halftime. Take a quick timeout. Halftime coming up next. You're listening to and watching the Kearley Tire High School Football Game of the Week on exploreClarion and D9Sports.com.
Clarion Forest VNA believes the emotional and physical well-being of a patient is enhanced by the patient receiving care in the familiar surroundings of home. Their staff of caring professionals work closely with physicians to administer quality care to meet the needs of each individual. As a pioneer in home health care in Clarion and Forest County, Clarion Forest VNA continue to grow to meet the community's need for in-home care, offering many different services and programs to meet the patient's need. Clarion Forest VNA, located at 271 Perkins Road in Clarion. Call us toll-free at 1-800-262-2118.
Our community needs its local businesses. Let's put unity back into the community. Let's all unite to support local business. Butler Health System, proudly standing with our local businesses. Your choice matters. When the time comes, choose local. Let's all unite to support them and the other local businesses in your community. It's important because when local businesses thrive, communities thrive.
And here we go back here at halftime. Great shot. Here's the Redbank Valley Marching Band to get us started here on the halftime.
Let's give a big hand to the Redbank Valley Marching Band and the Color Guard.
Back here in Redbank Valley, getting set for the ceremony coming up of the Hall of Fame recipients. You see them gathering down there. We'll just get that momentarily. And that was the Redbank Valley Marching Band doing a nice job. Don't forget, too, coming up on October 11th, that's on Columbus Day, we'll be at AC Valley High School for the Clarion County Marching Band Festival. That'll be broadcast live here on the EYT Media Network. Get to see Redbank again. And now let's go to the PA announcer here.
Redbank Valley Sports Boosters Hall of Fame Class of 2021. Before we begin, we would like to recognize our 4 scholarship winners from last year. Bryn Rarick. Bryn was the captain and all-conference volleyball and softball player. Bryn led her volleyball team to a D9 title her sophomore and senior season and a first-ever program state playoff win her senior year. Bryn is currently enrolled at Clarion University, majoring in early childhood education. The other 3 tonight are unable to attend due to college obligations. Rhiannon Laughlin was the captain and all-conference soccer player, leading the girls' soccer team her senior year to their first-ever D9 title. Rhiannon currently attends Chatham University, majoring in environmental science, and is a member of the Chatham soccer team. Landon Pence is our next scholarship winner. He lettered in soccer, football, basketball, and track his senior year. Landon was the kicker for the football teams in his D9 title and the program's first ever state playoff win. Landon currently is attending Penn State University, majoring in electrical engineering. Our final scholarship winner is Trenton Roop. Trenton was a football captain for the D9 championship and first ever state playoff victory team last year. Trent was also a 2-time D9 wrestling champ and a 4-time regional qualifier. Trenton currently attends Grove City College, majoring in psychology, and is a member of the Grove City football team. And now, may I introduce our class of 2021 Hall of Fame for the Redbank Valley Sports Booster. Our first inductee is a female athlete, Michelle Aikens. Presenting Michelle's plaque tonight are her daughters, Michaela and Haley. Michelle is a 1993 graduate of Redbank Valley. Michelle was named All-Conference in the volleyball her senior season and was a member of the state runner-up 1,600-meter relay during her junior track season. On the basketball court, Michelle excelled as a 4-year starter, being named All-Conference her junior and senior year, and was the conference leading scorer her senior season. Michelle was the first girls basketball player to score 1,000 points. She is currently 3rd in scoring with 1,211 points and 2nd in rebounding with 818 in Redbank school history. Michelle was also a part of the 1992-93 league and district title team that was inducted in the class of 2019. Michelle played basketball in college at Davis and Aikens in West Virginia and led the team her final year in scoring with 20.1 points and 10.4 rebounds per game. Michelle is a nurse at the Punxsutawney Area Hospital and lives in Brookville with her 2 daughters, Michaela and Haley, and boyfriend Matt. Ladies and gentlemen, Michelle Aikens. Our second female athlete being inducted this evening is Dr. Rebecca Edmonds. Presenting Becky's plaque tonight are her children, Will and John. Becky is a 1994 graduate who at the time of graduation was the program's all-time leading scorer with 1,228 points and currently ranks second. Becky is the all-time leading rebounder with 1,011 rebounds and is ranked first in numerous other categories. Becky graduated from Bucknell University and received her medical degree from Drexel University. Dr. Edmonds is currently a surgical oncologist for Allegheny Health Network Cancer Institute and lives in Fox Chapel with her husband Alex and 2 sons, Will and John. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Rebecca Edmonds. Our first male athlete being inducted is Mr. Darren Burford. Presenting Darren's plaque tonight is his wife, Tara. Darren is a 1985 graduate. While at Redbank, Darren was named All-Conference in football his junior and senior seasons and was named Redbank's Lineman of the Year both seasons. Darren was also the first player in Redbank history to be nominated for the Big 33 football game. On the mat, Darren placed third his junior season and qualified for regionals. His senior season at heavyweight, Darren won a district championship and led the team in most falls and team points. Receiving the Daniel Dunn Award for Academics, Darren attended the PA State Police Academy after graduation and recently retired with a rank of sergeant as state commander at the Emporium State Police Barracks. Recently, moving back to the area, Darren is currently the high school security guard living in Oak Ridge with his wife Tara and 3 children, Taryn, Mackenzie, and Gage. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Darren Burford. Our second male athlete to be inducted is 1995 graduate Jason Huffman. Presenting Jason's plaque tonight is Jason's family, Danielle, Emma, Olivia, Jace, and Jackson. While at Redbank, Jason was a 4-year starting quarterback and led the team in 1991 to the program's first district championship. He was named first team all-conference quarterback as a freshman and a senior. He was also its second team punter as a junior, first team punter as a senior, and first team all-conference kicker as a sophomore, junior, and senior. Jason was also named Conference Back of the Year as a senior. Jason was a leading scorer in basketball program history with 1,253 points and is currently ranked 3rd. Upon graduation, Jason attended California University of Pennsylvania and was a 4-year starter on the Cal U football team as a quarterback, tight end, guard, and was also named All-Star Offensive Player for the Fargo Snowball in Fargo, North Dakota. Jason is currently a principal for the Butler Area School District and lives in New Bethlehem with his wife Danielle and 4 children, Emma, Olivia, Jackson, and Jace. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jason Huffman. This evening, the late Larry Shoemaker is being inducted under the Coach Contributor category. Larry graduated from Punxsutawney Area High School in 1962. Although not playing any high school sports, Larry played baseball as a teenager
and as an adult for the Timberland Lions. Receiving a degree in business education from Indiana University of Pennsylvania in 1966, Larry worked at the Redbank Valley High School as a business teacher for 35 years. At Redbank, Larry coached track for 8 years, high school baseball for 7 years, varsity football for 24 years, with 18 of those as defensive coordinator for the 2018 Hall of Fame inductee, David Moore. Under Coach Shoemaker's tenure, the football team were Beast of the East in 1984, Little 12 champs in 85, KSAC champs in 94, 95, and 96, and won D9 titles in 91, 92, and 96. Larry also coached Teener League and American Legion baseball for over 30 years. Larry and his late wife, Sandy, were married for 51 years. Accepting tonight on behalf of Larry are his sons Greg, Brian, Corey, and his daughter Heidi. Ladies and gentlemen, Larry Shoemaker. Our final inductee under the Coach Contributor category is Mike Brown. Presenting tonight is Mike's daughter Carrie and grandson Gus. Mike graduated from Reynolds High School in 1968 and was named Athlete of the Year. Mike would go on to play basketball at Pitt Titusville and would receive the first ever full athletic scholarship from Pitt Titusville. Mike came to Redbank Valley School District in 1975 and would be employed until 2007 while serving as health, phys ed, and driver's theory teacher, along with being athletic director over the course of his 32 years. Mike's coaching resume includes assistant football coach for 23 years, varsity basketball for 25 years, including 2 league championships, 1 D9 title, and 3 D9 runner-ups, 19 years as head boys track coach, 1 year as assistant baseball coach, and 8 years as head baseball coach, with 3 KSAC championships and 5 D9 runner-ups. Mike was named Coach of the Year 7 times in basketball and baseball combined. After leaving Redbank, Coach Brown would coach the Clarion University baseball team as an assistant for 2 years, as head coach for 9 years. Mike currently lives in Clarion with his wife Diana and is the proud father of Carrie's daughters, Carrie, Erin, Moira, and 7 grandchildren. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Mike Brown. This evening's team being inducted into the 2021 Redbank Valley Sports Boosters Hall of Fame is the 2010 Redbank Valley baseball team. The Bulldogs, coached by Justin Merwin, won their 3rd straight D9 title, ending the season with a record of 18-3. The KSAC champs would defeat Bedford in the first round of states, reaching the PA Elite 8 and Western Final 4 before losing to eventual state runner-up Central Martinsburg. Representing the team tonight is Coach Justin Merwin, Coach Tom Trout, Coach Tom Wagner, Coach Greg Buzzard, and then the players: Josh Schaefer, Zach Wilbert, Zach Dubia, Kent Schick, Dan Buzzard, Tyler Vassbinder, Justin Radecker, Doug Gunlock, Caden Truitt, Josh Schick, Nathaniel Bowser, Curtis Bowser, Luke Hager, Shiloh Buckleitner, Ryan Trout, Brandon Bain, Zach Henry, Clay Kennemuth, Nicholas Maxwell, Dustin Price, Nate Vassbinder. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2010 Redbank Valley baseball team. The induction ceremony will be held tomorrow night at Trinity Hall in New Bethlehem, with doors opening at 5 and dinner starting at 6. Please, for ticket information, call Matt Darr at 814-227-8759. Tonight, after the game, the public is invited to the Moose Lodge in New Bethlehem for a meet and greet with tonight's inductees. A membership to the lodge is not required. Once again, please put your hands together as we honor our former great student athletes and coaches into the class of 2021 Redbank Valley Sports Boosters Hall of Fame.
Well, there you go. The Hall of Fame introductions taking place tonight. No, Bob, you know all of those folks down there, and certainly a nice night here for Redbank Valley to honor some of those great people.
Well, it is, and of course the fact, again, you have male athletes, female athletes, the team represented. I was fortunate. Matt Darr reached out to me a number of years ago and said, hey, this is what we want to do. Will you help? Will you be part of this? And involved a little bit in the selection process. And it's interesting. It's very rewarding, and it's nice to see these individuals get recognized. And, I talked earlier in the broadcast about some of the individuals out there, and you look at, Becky Edmonds out there, as well as Coach Brown, all those guys, everybody out there. Michelle Aikens, huge contributors to sports history here. You have to remember, a lot of people don't realize this. Back in, the 80s, girls basketball was played in the fall of the year. At one point, they just simply didn't have it at Redbank. Well, the following year came back. The program struggled for a number of years. Eventually, Ernie Black took the program over, who was also one of the inductees who was inducted a while back. And that program grew, and two of those athletes walking there certainly were a huge part of the success of that. And, of course, that team also in the Hall of Fame. But, Mike, we got a lot of business to take care of tonight. Do want to let the listeners know also, by the way, that following this a little bit of a meet and greet in the New Bethlehem Moose Lodge, so it's open to the public, so you can mix and mingle a little bit with these Hall of Fame members. And what was great is family members really presenting them for the most part. Pretty class act, and the baseball team having a number of guys here as well, Mike. But let's take a look quickly here at some of our stats here. For Elk County, only 34 yards total offense here in the first half of play, 38 on the ground, -4 through the air. On the ground, leading the way, it was Noah Cherry with 43 yards, -5 out of Ben Reynolds. And Ben Paul checking in 2 of 9 for -4 yards. And Reynolds hauling in both those receptions again for negative yardage.
They're going to kick it short here as we start this third quarter. And that's going to be Ashton Kerle on the return, and he'll bring it out to about the 44-yard line. So the clock, once they get started here in the second half, is going to roll. Redbank is in the mercy roll now.
Bulldogs, by the way, 305 yards of total offense, 117 on the ground, 188 through the air. On the ground, Ray Schreckengost, breakout night for him this season, 81 yards so far, 15 yards out of Bryson Bain. Schreckengost, 2 rushing touchdowns. Bain, 1 rushing touchdown as well. Bain, 9 of 11, 188 yards, 1 touchdown as well.
Bain will come out. He'll work out of the shotgun. Trips off to the right single receiver on the left side. Short drop, pass out to the right. It's caught by Orts. Short gain. It's going to go across the 45 out near the 48-yard line. That's a gain of about 4. So second down here and along 6, almost 7.
And for the Bulldogs, this clock can't roll fast enough. Obviously, they're in command this one.
Bubble play on the left side. Here's Gardlock making some noise as he takes it down to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of about 17 on the play, and that'll be a new set of downs here for the Dogs.
Moves the chains.
Third quarter sponsor, we've got to get that out, is Zockrell Motors. Pat Kerle wouldn't be happy. Ball snap back, handed off to Schreckengost over the right side. Here's Schreckengost turning the corner. Schreckengost cuts upfield inside the 20 into the Dubrook red zone. as he dropped down at about the 18-yard line. That's a gain of 17.
He's picking up right where he left off. He's just in that zone tonight.
Second game in a row here for the Bulldogs, putting a opponent into the mercy roll.
Once we get a minute, I'll check that Zocker Motor scoreboard.
Flag on the play.
Will be offside as they march that against Elk. It is Keystone Mike 17, Brockway 6 at the half. Otto Eldred up 8-6 at the 4:29 mark, quarter number 3. Garden City in the third leads Central Clarion 28-6. Smethport 21, Port Allegheny 6 at halftime.
Bain with a handoff. Schreckengoss cuts upfield, weaving his way, and he dives over that goal line into the end zone. Touchdown. 14 yards for Schreckengost. Adding to the scoring here for Redbank Valley.
A nice run there by Schreckengost.
There's a replay of him banging his way. You see him right over into the end zone there.
Score takes place at the 10:01 mark.
Pleiter with the extra point try. Kicks on the way. The kick is up and good by Pleiter. So we will take a quick timeout. 10:01 to go here in the third quarter. Redbank extends that lead now 44-0. You're listening to the Carly Tire High School Football Game of the Week on exploreClarion at D9Sports.com.
J&J Trailers and Equipment Sales on Route 66 in Shippensville is your one-stop trailer shop for all things trailers. J&J stocks over 70 trailers at a time of all shapes and sizes, including enclosed cargos, equipment haulers, utility trailers, tilt trailers, and dump trailers. Reputable brands include CarMate, Sport Haven, PJ, Liberty, and Wells Cargo. If you are looking for the most dependable trailers on the market, backed by the industry's best warranty, choose J&J Trailers and Equipment Sales. Trailers that work for a living.
Oaks Building Supplies, dedicated to providing quality building products to the community. You will always find what you need for your home improvement project and get great advice on how to do the job at Oaks Building Supply.
We get ready now. Redbank Valley to kick things off. Pleiter to send her deep. Ball kicked short, taken by Tedis. And Tedis banging his way as he gets up near the 25-yard line. That's where All County Catholic will have it. Once they get possession, the clock will get rolling again.
Brookville Mike having their way with Punksy up 21-0. 11:20 mark, quarter number 3. Kerwinsville up 21-6 over Myersdale in the third. Halftime, it's Clearfield 26, Penns Valley 7.
Paul will bring his offense up to the line of scrimmage. Look for a direct snap maybe to Cherry. Yep, we're going to snap it right to, that's not Cherry that time, that's Ginther. And Ginther's going to be cut down. He'll just about get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. At the 25-yard line, no gain. Clock rolling down, 9.5 to go here in the third. Again, want to thank all the folks at SFBN. Did I say M?
Well, you know, your age. We're used to it.
They're doing a fantastic job. The pictures have been fantastic all night long. Great replays and great job with that halftime festivities here. Ball snap right back. Cherry again. We'll get a couple yards out of it. Takes it up near the 27-yard line. Sets up a third down now. And about 8 here for the Crusaders. Magentini starting to warm up down on the sideline, so might see a quarterback change here in this with Redbank up 44-0. Not surprising because they got a lot of guys that can run that position.
Yeah, they do. They're very fortunate to have 3 different players who have started at the position.
So a big third down here for the Crusaders.
I should say over the course of their career anyways.
Third down and 8 from their own 27. The ball gets away, and that time Paul just has to jump on top of it. That's going to be a big loss inside the 15-yard line. Down at about the 14, that's a 13-yard loss.
Yeah, that really changes the field position. Elk is really trying to build on something positive, Mike, and just struggling. Now brings up a punting situation.
Good snap to Cherry. Cherry gets it away just in time. Close will let her bounce. And it's going to roll to the 40-yard line, and that's where Redbank will have it at the Elk 40. Excellent field position to start. 44-0, Redbank leading. Again, Tuesday, we'll be back down here in the great Redbank Valley. Girls volleyball coming your way. Got to work with Dustin.
He tells me he carries the broadcast. He says he's the consummate professional. He tells me he's carrying you. I don't know, partner.
But anyway, Clarion area down here. Clarion area, the defending state champion in single-A girls volleyball down here. That should be a real good one, too. Of course, Redbank, though, a double-A team. But always makes a good match. Here we go. 1st and 10 for Redbank Valley from the Elk 40. And
that'll be Magentini.
Yeah, Magentini kept it. I was looking to see how far ahead he got, but just a little bit shy of that 35-yard line. Give him about 5.
And a good
second down
effort on his part.
He's a speedster, too.
Been very, very strong. Good runner.
Magentini. Ready. They're going to use all the time they can off that clock. 15 seconds still on the play clock. 6:54 in the third.
This is a good learning point here where you want to show that 5-minute offense.
To Magentini, hands it off. Over the left side. And cutting inside and down near the 20-yard line. Getting the run that time for Redbank Valley. That was number 13, Cole Bish. And they're going to move the chains. Timeout is taken by Elk County Catholic as they take a timeout. Why don't we break as well? 6:31 to go here in the third. 44-0 Redbank Valley. You're listening to the Carly Tire High School Football Game of the Week on exploreClarion, D9Sports.com.
He's on the 30. He's on the 20. He's on the 10. It's a touchdown.
There's nothing like football. The lights, the cheers of the crowd, and getting a chance to see our local athletes and kids give it all they've got. Come to a game. Support our local schools. Clarion County Community Bank. A better way to bank. Member FDIC. Visit us online at ClarionBank.com.
Locally owned and operated, Hager Paving of Strattonville provides a range of services. Hot mix asphalt, cold patch asphalt, tar and chipping, and seal coating. Hager Paving's reputation in business is based on customer service, referrals, and your satisfaction. Serving residential. Right back to action we go. Redbank with the football. 1st and 10, the ball at the 20-yard line in that Dubrook red zone. Magentini stepping up into the pocket. Fires toward the end zone. Coming back for it. It's going to be incomplete. Tried to find guard log. Actually, pretty good defense down there by Elk that time. Yeah, Cherry was down there on the defense doing a good job.
Yeah, nice play call. Good protection by that offensive line. Magentini bought himself a little bit of time. Couldn't connect.
Twins out to the right, single receiver to the left. Magentini will work in the shotgun.
Again, milking time off of this clock.
Yep, what you got to do. Down to under 6 minutes. Magentini snaps it with 5, hands it off, and that's Bish over the right side. Breaking tackles. He'll be dropped just shy of the first down marker. He'll be down near the 12-yard line. Give him about 8 yards on the play.
And just a nice bit of running there by Cole Bish. The offensive line doing a good job of creating those lanes, those seams. He's taking full advantage of it.
They're down about 2. Ball around the 12-yard line. Magentini again Letting that clock continue to turn, down to 14 on the play clock. About 5 on the game clock here in the third quarter. Magentini takes the snap, hands it off. It's Bish again. He gets taken up in the middle, but he's pretty close. It looks like he's going to have that first down. We'll see where the spot is, and they're going to move the chains. Or is that enough to put them a first and goal? I think they're going to set him down. It's a first and goal. He'll get 2. So first and goal here for the Dogs. I need a better dog out of you, too.
I just am not a barker. How's that sound?
Twins off to the right. Single receiver left is guard lock. Magentini still with 16 on the play clock. This third quarter flying away. It's down to 4:17. Magentini takes the snap, gives it back to Bish, and he's hit right up the gut. Not a whole lot. He stood up. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. No gain.
A good job there by Elk to stop the run. Met him chest on chest at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Jake Parrish with that good play.
Big challenge here, of course. It's a rolling clock for Elk. Don't want to give up any more points.
Magentini ready with 15 on the play clock. He'll take the snap, hands it off. Or he kept it, I believe. Goes right up the gut, and the ball came out at the end. But he takes that football down to about the 2 or 1 yard line.
I think they're going to give him about 9 on that. All depends where his elbow hit.
Yep.
Closer, I guess, to 8 now.
Yeah,
its position.
Say it to 2. So third down and goal for the Bulldogs. Last week, a big winner over Otto Eldred in the Mercy Roll. And again, put Elk County Catholic into it. Magentini. Again, letting that clock get down under 10 now. 2:46 to go in the third. Takes the snap, keeps the football over the left side. Touchdown. Magentini, 2-yard run for the Bulldogs. That comes at the 2:40 mark.
And we do have an injured Elk County player down on the field, Michael, which will stop the clock.
Yeah, that will at the 2:40 mark. So Redbank Valley extending that lead here. Elk came in at 2-0. They had knocked off Coudersport, knocked off Bucktail. That was down at Bucktail, where Bob would like to go down there someday.
Only if you'll get me a hotel that night.
Yeah, but then you'd want dinner and you'd want all this other stuff.
Of course. Of course.
We do have the injury there as they're attending to the player.
Mike, we actually didn't get to go over individual receiving stats for Redbank Valley.
All right.
At halftime, Chris Marshall checking in with 10 yards, 52 yards out of Marquise Gardlock, 81 yards out of Tate Minnick, a long touchdown reception in that one as well. And then Orts checking in at the time with 62 yards. Did add a 4-yard reception here in the third as they tend to the injured Crusader on the field. He's making his way off. Crowd giving him a nice hand of appreciation. I want to thank the folks at Redbank Valley, again, rolling out that red carpet down here.
Yep.
Great view for us. We're high atop the press box.
Tell you what, one of the best views in many of the places we go. You know, everyone treats us so well. But we're right out here. This is fantastic.
I actually heard indirectly from Roddy Hartle the reason why we're up here is because the autograph seekers are all over, and they know if you're down low, they want to fight and struggle for your autograph.
Oh, well. Plater's on for the extra point try. The hold's there, kicks on the way. The kick by Plater is up, and it's good. How about that? 51-0 Redbank Valley. Let's take a time out. Carly Tire High School Football Live. Explore Clarion, D9Sports.com.
Zockrell Motor Truck Sales in Clarion is an International Diamond Ed certified service department.
As one of only 276 such shops in all of North America, you can be sure that when your medium or heavy-duty truck needs service, the job will be done correctly at Zockrell Motors. Our work is guaranteed nationwide at any international truck dealer, and our parts and service prices can't be beaten. Our technicians are factory trained and factory certified. Don't trust a shop that just thinks that they can make repairs. Come to Zockrell Motors Diamond Edge Certified Service Department. If it's maintenance you need, click ZockrellMotors.com or call us for a quote on those jobs too. Our prices are great. Best of all, you know the repair is done right and it's guaranteed. Get your truck service work done. Well, here we go. Redbank to kick off. 2:40 to go here in the third quarter. Pleiter to kick off here for the Bulldogs. Here's the kickoff. Very, very short. And that's where the Crusaders will take it at about their 37-yard line. You got a special birthday wish to send out there.
I do. Our good friend Sam Swick at Card City. If you've ever been to a football game, it's his voice you hear as PA announcer. If you've ever been to a basketball game, he's run that clock. And Sam has been certainly a valuable guy for many, many years down there, 50-plus years.
Yep.
Amazing.
And he's one of the good ones, too. I'll tell you what, he talks up players on all the different teams. He doesn't care who it is. He's just one of those great guys. Elk County ready to go, looking to throw. That's Paul. Paul dumps it off. It is caught by Rupercut. And that is Gittner with the catch. And, boy, he got hit as he was going out of bounds. No flag. I didn't see any flag on the play.
And they're going to wind up stopping the clock on this one. Took a pretty good shot here.
So you see the injured player down. It was a pretty good hit along that sideline, and then not a lot of room there once you get over to the track. The official talking, and they're going to have the training crew come over.
Gain of 16 on that one. It's Luke Ginther, the senior. Did a nice job, Mike. You know, he allowed the play to develop a little bit. Caught the ball cleanly.
It'll be a first down for Elk as they will have the football at about the 49 of Redbank Valley. 2:04 to go here, still in this third quarter. We're going to help them up. Good to see. There you go. Help them across the field there. And
numbers really starting to become a concern here for Elk. Have had a couple of players here the last couple of plays.
And you can see on the sideline, Bob, too, just like you said, numbers just not there. And it's very difficult.
You know, and then the tough part is, so it's a 51-0 game. You have to finish it. You want to finish it, and you can't really think about the injury part either as far as being another player on that football field, or that's when the injury occurs. You still have to go at it. Again, sometimes it's easier said than done. Officials wait until the injured player comes off the field, then they will get the clock going. You may even have to see a timeout because you can see that Paul is checking in the sideline. And there's still, I think, one shy. There's only...
I think the officials are going to be kind here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 with him. Well, here we go. Clock rolling here, minute 50 to go in this third quarter. Elk will come quickly up to the line of scrimmage. This looks like another direct snap to Cherry. Nope, it's going to go back to Paul. Paul across the middle, and that is incomplete. Tried to get that into Tettis.
Into traffic. I like to throw in the middle of the football field. Not enough teams do that. Ball will fall incomplete.
So second down and 10, and that, of course, in the mercy roll, 51-0 Redbank. The clock will continue to move. I always want to call him Tetris.
Showing your age again.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, half the audience went, why?
Walt 49. Direct snap to Cherry over the left side. Cherry lowers the shoulder, get a nice run. Takes that inside the 45 and down to the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 6 and sets up third down and 3.
And like the hard run there.
Elka's picking up the pace here. They're getting up to the line of scrimmage. They want to score. They want to put some points on the board. Direct snap to Cherry again, and Cherry moving forward. Cherry's not going to get to the first down.
The ball.
And the ball, I think, did come on at the end. Redbank's pointing the other way. We'll wait and see here. And it is Redbank Valley football. They take it.
Yeah, top break, and that is one of the bad things. If you stay up on your feet too long, you're trying to make a play, pick up more positive yards. You give those defenders an opportunity to go after that football. Mike, your Chucks are struggling again tonight. They are losing now 28-0.
I don't believe it.
After 3 quarters of play.
I don't believe it.
Garden City up 28-6 over Central Clarion.
That's going to be the last play of quarter number 3. We got more scores on the way after this quick timeout. Fourth quarter coming up. You're listening to Kearley Tire High School football on exploreClarion and D9Sports.com.
Hey, Julie, nice deck. Did you get that at Tio Nesta Builder Supply?
It's Tia Nesta Builder Supply, and yes, Dave, I did.
Wonder if they sell siding and roofing at Tio Nesta Builder Supply.
It's Tia Nesta, and yes, Tia Nesta Builder Supply has that too. Come on, Dave. You've never been there? They have 2 showrooms for anything home improvement. Mom got a custom kitchen there. Bill down the street got the materials for his garage. They have this awesome website, www.tianestabuilders.us. You can buy online. They really have everything for the home.
Wow, I'm heading over to Tio Nesta. I know. Tia Nesta Builders.
Tia Nesta Builder Supply Home Improvement Center. Family owned and operated since 1958 with locations in Tia Nesta and Shippenville.
That sounds good. I'll check them out online at tianestabuilders.us.
There we go. We start quarter number 4. The fourth quarter is sponsored by Clarion County Community Bank. 51-0. Redbank leads. Bulldogs have the football. Hand it off over the left side.
Byers getting into the ball game.
So bear with us. You're going to see a lot of new numbers too in the ball game here for the Bulldogs.
Remember Byers last week, Mike, had a couple of long runs. Led the team in rushing.
Yep. I believe is that Wagner in too at quarterback?
As they break the huddle, I believe you, sir, are correct.
Okay, so Wagner getting his opportunity here. Twins off to the left, single receiver off to the right. That's Orts out there. Second down and about 8 across the middle, and it's incomplete. Wagner trying to make that connection.
A little bit of mustard on that throw.
Tried to get that into Jacob Kundik. Third down, and still about 8 here for the Bulldogs. Getting the clock moving here at Redbank Valley.
Wagner. A lot of cushion on that far side. Wagner sees it.
Wagner drops back. The pass on the slant, and boy, big hit too. It's caught, but a big hit up in midfield. And seeing who caught that one on that far side. Here's the replay. Boom. Boy, big hit. Right up there at midfield. They're saying Gardlock made the catch. It's hard to see those numbers.
Yeah, the jersey that time camouflaged.
Just a wee bit. Wagner ready. Fourth down at about 3. Ball sitting in midfield here for the Dogs.
And Byers will move the chain on that one. And it'll be another first down here for the Bulldogs. Byers picks up the yardage.
Had a malfunction here.
Redbank Valley now first and 10. 9:15 on that rolling clock here. Quarter number 4, 51-0. Up in this one.
So the Dogs working with a new set of downs. Hand it off over the left side, running with that football. That is Byers. Byers takes it forward, and Byers will have another first down as he'll take that about 11 yards.
Get Byers 20 on the night, 3 attempts, moves the chains. And Bulldogs putting a nice little drive here. Again, working a number of different players in and out, getting them experience and playing time.
Down to 8:26 to go here in this fourth. Clarion County Community Bank fourth quarter. Ball's at the 34-yard line. Ball snap back to Wagner, hands it off. Over the right side, Byers spinning out of a tackle, but finally getting drugged down. In there was Tedis along with Parrish.
Gonna spot Byers back here, about 2 yards. Make that tackle. That was David Anderson involved there too. Mike Anderson's had a pretty strong game from his linebacker position. Been involved in a lot of stops.
Wagner ready. Takes the snap. Looks to throw. Rolls to the right side. Under some pressure. He's going to run with the football, and he's going to scamper out of bounds at a little slide. And he'll get down to about the 30-yard line. Give him about 6 yards on the play. Keeps the clock rolling here. About 7:15 to go. Of course, we'll have a post-game coming up.
And actually, I think we're going to have some highlights.
We will have highlights, too. These guys are on top of everything. When I go back and tell Jake what I want after this.
Yeah, but he also might say, we're going to get better announcers if we're going to have that good camera work.
He's going to say, you're out of here, buddy. Byers, sidecar right. It's Wagner in the shotgun. Twins off to the left. You can see him out there. Single receiver to the right is Gardlock. Gives it to Byers again. Here's Byers. Cuts back inside and gets down near the 25-yard line. Give him 5. And it sets up a fourth down in about 1 or 2 here. Like closer to 1.
And Byers, one of these younger guys that you're going to hear his name called an awful lot over the course of his career. He's got speed like you, Mike, just a freshman.
Well, he's got some growing to do yet. So fourth down at about 1. Wagner takes the snap. He's going to keep it. He'll have the first down. Here's Wagner. How about him going? Cuts back inside, and he'll be dropped down at about the 15-yard line in the Dubrook red zone. It's a gain of about 10 on the play. Clock will continue to roll here. 5:40 to go here in this fourth quarter. I'm excited about the replays and stuff. All these highlights.
Yeah, no question about it. The modern technology is a wonderful thing.
Wagner comes ready. Same setup again. Schick's at the bottom of the screen this time. Wagner looking to throw, looking for Schick's way, but he's going to end up just running that ball out of bounds. And that'll just keep the clock a-rolling, too. And Wagner's going to get about a yard's all is what they're going to give him, down to about the 14-yard line. Second down and 9.
You know, the great thing, again, about getting these younger players in, Mike, they work so hard during the course of the week, get the opportunity here to shine in front of the spectators. It's a just reward.
Wagner ready again. 2nd down and 9 from the 14-yard line. He's looking to the left side. Fires that ball across the middle of the field. That's almost picked up down there. And on that play, Rudy Bish for Elk County Catholic. He's a freshman. 3rd down and 9. See 4-down territory here. They're just going to take their time, use all of that clock.
And you also use these as a teaching situation for the younger players. It's a learning opportunity, live game situation.
So they break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage, ball to 14. Byers comes sidecar left. Wagner looks to throw, steps up, looking to the end zone. It's picked off. That is intercepted. And back out near the 10-yard line. We'll see who that was with the interception. I thought that was it. Is that Gecki maybe? Here we go. Take a look on that replay. Picking it off.
That looks like Anderson.
Okay, so Anderson. Yep, Dave Anderson, number 52.
I talked about him a couple of times tonight. Mike has been involved in some good plays, stuffing things up. Anderson, a nice job.
So 3:22 to go here in the ball game. Clarion County Community 4th quarter. Elk will break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage. Ben Paul, the quarterback, ready to go. He's got Cherry in the backfield. Going to snap it right to Cherry over the right side. Cherry dragging a few tacklers. Nice run by Cherry. Takes that out near the 19-yard line. That's a gain of almost 7. So it'll be a 2nd down and about 3.
Cherry up now to 59 yards in the ball game.
Good night down here at Redbank Valley. If you want to stay tuned, we'll talk in the postgame too, where we'll be at next week. Second down along 3 here for the Crusaders. Back to Paul. He's going to run with the football. And the young quarterback, he's going to have the first down as he takes it out near the 25-yard line.
And nice job for Paul. Actually had to cover a fumble earlier for some big-time negative yardage and chiseling away there. And result on that carry a first down, so we'll move the chains.
It's an Allegheny Grill first down. 2 minutes to go here in the ball game. Ball looking to throw, fires that football, and thrown behind the receiver, incomplete.
And just a little miscommunication on that one.
2nd down and 10.
You know, I'm always drove crazy whenever an announcer says, well, the receiver did this wrong with the quarterback. How do you know?
We have no clue.
So that's why you just say a little miscommunication. Not sure. Sometimes it is a quarterback. Sometimes it's a receiver.
Minute 24. Clock continues to move. 2nd down and 10. Paul comes ready. Whistles.
It'll be a timeout.
And a timeout is taken. Minute 8 to go. 51-0. Redbank up here on Elk County Catholic. Let's keep it right here this time. And remind you, I mentioned earlier, we'll be over at Redbank Valley High School again on Tuesday. Clarion area and Redbank Valley in volleyball, girls volleyball. Next week we'll be back with more football action coming up on Friday night. Coming up, too, with that autumn leaf time. We'll have that Thursday, that Friday.
And you know, I'm starting to see a few leaves, unfortunately, start to change, and that, for me, is
fantastic.
bad
Beautiful.
news.
This is like one of your last years up to enjoy all this.
The only thing positive about these leaves changing, that means deer season's around the corner. But
here's the pass caught. Tedis with the catch. And that's near the 34-yard line. It's a gain of about 7. And sets up a third down now. So third down and about a yard is what they need. But this is probably going to be the last play of the ball game. Elk breaks the huddle, comes to the line of scrimmage. Probably get at least one more play. Paul looks to throw, fires the football. He's got a man breaking free, and he can't bring it in. That's Elliot Ruprecht. And I think that's going to be pretty close to the last play of the ball game as the Crusaders get back to the line of scrimmage, down to 9, down to 8, down to 7. They're going to try to hurry up. 2, 1, and that's going to be it. That's the final. Redbank Valley knocks off Elk County Catholic. Final score here is 51-0. We will take a timeout, then we're going to come back. We've got our postgame show on the way. We'll have some highlights for you, stats, and more. You're listening to the Carly Tire High School Football Game of the Week on exploreClarion.com.
With so much to protect each day, Eric Schick Insurance and Financial Services is here to help you find the right coverage that fits your life. Call 814-275-2210 to learn more.
Best wishes to our local teams for a safe and successful season from your one-stop car, truck, and SUV dealer, Clarion Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Visit us on Main Street in Clarion or start online at ClarionAuto.com.
This is Corey. He made 2 big mistakes. His first mistake was not going to Laurel Eye Clinic to have bladeless LASIK. His second mistake was trying to pet what he thought was his cat without wearing his glasses. Don't be like Corey. Call Laurel Eye Clinic. This is...
And back here in the great Redbank Valley, final score again, Redbank Valley, a winner 51-0 over Elk County Catholic. And we're in the First United National Bank postgame show, and you see the Bulldogs down there. We're going to go to some highlights. Going back early in the ball game. Here was that punt where Ross was able to get underneath to take it back into the end zone for the touchdown. A 2-point conversion was good after that. Here was that pass going in there. Another great play. Here's a good defensive play early on in the ball game. Redbank up 8-0. Here's a handoff. Schreckengost, one of his scores. Here's a little 2-point conversion play. That's where Gardlock took it in. Here's another Schreckengost score. See Schreckengost is diving forward, getting over that goal line. It's a 2-point conversion. And that was good. Redbank up 24-0 here. Watching Bain. This was a big play. Bain down the middle of the field found Minnick, and Minnick just spinning around and going into the end zone. Big play there. Here's Bain again, dancing in the pocket. Redbank up 30-0 at this point. Then he's going to take it on his own. Redbank up 37-0. Next play would be that Schreckengost run. Here he goes. Bam, into the end zone. Redbank was up 44-0, and then here was the final one. There you go. Nice job on those two. That was fun to watch, those replays. You got to see all those scores. And, Bob, we'll continue here. We got stats real quick here from the Laurel Eye Clinic. How do they stack up?
Well, taking a look at Elk County, Mike, they finished with just 66 yards of offense tonight. 59 out of no cherry on the ground. Ben Paul also adding -7. Ben Reynolds -5. as a team, just 19 yards through the air, Mike, as it was Ben Paul going 4 of 14 for the 19 yards. Hauling in receptions would be Reynolds, 2 for -4 yards in this one. Luke Ginther checking in 1 for 16, and Tedis adding 1 for 7 yards. Again, 66 yards total offense here for Elk. For Redbank Valley, pretty big night. Balanced attack, 230 on the ground, 216 through the air. Overall, 446. As we look, in no particular order, Ray Schreckengost, 113 yards in this one. Mike has 3 touchdowns to go with it, followed by 15 yards out of Bryson Bain, who had 1 rushing TD as well. Drew Byers checks in with 23 yards. Gunnar Magentini checks in with 16 and 1 touchdown. 21 yards out of Braden Schreckengost. Cole Bish checking in with 25 yards, and Cam Wagner adding 17. Through the air, it was Bain going 11 of 13 for 209 yards in this one, and Wagner adding 1 completion. He was 1 of 4 with the 1 interception, total of 7 yards. Hauling in receptions in this one, it was Chris Marshall checking with 10 yards, 59 yards out of Marquise Gardlock. Tate Minnick adding 81 yards in that 1 receiving touchdown, and 66 yards out of Aiden Orts on the night. Again, 446 yards total offense for Redbank Valley.
All right, again, those stats brought to you by the Laurel Eye Clinic. Time now for our Hager Paving Player of the Ball game. And, Bob, you and I thumb wrestled, and we came up with a winner.
Yeah, this one wasn't a whole lot of debate here. Outstanding effort tonight by Ray Schreckengost. Schreckengost adding 3 rushing touchdowns in this one, 113 yards. We knew it was only a matter of time for him to break out, and he did tonight with 3 touchdowns and 113 yards rushing in the ball game. That is Ray Schreckengost, your Hager Paving Player of the game.
All right, and we want to thank Hager Paving for sponsoring that. And again, we want to thank all of our sponsors this evening. A big win for Redbank Valley tonight, special night for Redbank Valley. And we do want to thank those guys, all the guys from the SFBN network, Kevin Conley, Prince Brooks, and also Bill Lewis. Fantastic job, guys. Really enjoyed doing the game with you. And these guys, I'll tell you what, when it comes to pros, it's right here, man.
They are money in the bank, no question about it.
Not a kid. And so next week you want to stay tuned to Explore Clarion D-Night Sports. We'll let you know where we're going to be at. Don't forget, Tuesday we'll be back down here for volleyball. And a big win here for Redbank Valley. Governor, you want to get us out of here?
Do want to thank my broadcast partner, Mike Kalinowski. This is Governor Bob Dunkel saying, hey, let's be careful out there.